Hey man,
We're gonna rock out, man.
Hey man, I appreciate you, bro, taking the time out, man. You one of the hardest working sap suckers on the internet on YouTube right now. You drop more videos than P Diddy and Mace in the 90s.
Oh, let me cut my volume up real quick. Tell me if I got an echo, man. I want to make sure the sound.
No, you sound good.
We good?
You sound
Ain't
good.
No echo?
Nah, it sound good. Sound perfect.
Bet we here, man. We rocking. I got to get my camera game up too up in this crib, man. I be tripping. I'm going right off the computer.
Yeah,
I was at Best Buy looking at the cameras, and I don't know what you want to get because I bought 2 of these little webcams, but I don't know if they get the job done. They want me to hook a bunch of stuff up.
Nah. That webcam you got, I had that when I first started this channel. No, you don't use that. You don't. Hey, look, man, you got to stop being cheap, dog. You make it too much money.
I'll get what it is. I just don't be shooting in the crib for real.
Oh, that's right.
I'll be outside. I'll be up in the car. I'll be on the go shooting my videos. So I don't like shooting inside of here because it's like outside I can have all my energy. I just feel more freer. That's why I be in my front yard because I like to go raw just off the top. You know what I'm saying? I'll stream here like late at night, like at 12 at night sometime, but I really be on the fly. So, and I do got a camera, like I got a Sony camera. When I do interviews, I had that, but I need to go. I was trying to see, do I need to get a real camera to put up here and set up on the stand and do it like that, or do boys use webcams?
Yeah. No. Listen, let me tell you something, man. What you doing, most of your stuff you do, like you said, you do it out in the open.
Yeah.
So you really don't need like the setup that I have in here.
Yeah.
I go live all the time, every day. So you don't really need that. The way you got it set up is real good. I saw the camera that you had in Houston at the Red Hour.
The Sony. Yeah, that's the Sony camera I got.
Yeah.
Listen. Do you use a regular? Do I need to get a regular camera up on here, or do I need to get a webcam, or is it
a regular camera? A regular camera.
Bet. We good. That's all I need to know. I'm gonna go get one this week then. So when I do these, I'll be straight. It's on though. What's the deal, man? I appreciate you having me on, bro.
Hey man, I appreciate you taking the time out, bro. I told you I watch your content all the time, and me and you, we share a lot of similar interests, and see, I've been watching you for a while, and never thought I'd meet you till when I was in Houston. I was like, I look like, and then I looked again, I'm like, man, that's Big Ant Disposable. You get what I'm saying? So you very approachable, very nice brother. And I was like, man, I would love to do a show with him because I watch your stuff all the time. And I watch more non-boxing content than boxing content in today's time because there ain't really a whole lot going on in American boxing. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like Fugazi a little bit, so to speak.
Then, you kind of sometimes get outside of the interests that you really cover because you already got your opinion set. So you just like go look at other stuff. Like I'm like that a little bit too. I got my certain like hip hop or, type of platforms I watch. I'm in the sports super heavy too though. But like, it'd be like, man, I'm going to go watch other stuff because it's like, I'm already in that field. I already know all that news. I already know what done happened with it. Unless you involved in something going on right now, I really ain't trying to hear what you say because I already got my own opinion about it.
Right. Hey, how much boxing, you know what I mean? Like you look at a lot of stuff as related to entertainment, but as related to boxing, how much boxing do you watch, if any?
Oh man. As of late, I'm not as locked in as I was in 2012. 2010, 2011, 2012. That's when I was really just, even after that, but that era there, like when Crawford and them was first making their name, Errol Spence was starting to make his name.
Yeah. You still have
Floyd. Of course, Floyd Mayweather. That's when 147 was going crazy. Yeah. That was that era. That was my biggest era. Just every weekend, every fight, weekly fights, and everything like that. I'm tapped in enough to know what's going on, but I don't be on it every single day no more like I used to. Like I used to really be heavy in it, but I'm aware of the sport though. I love the sport of boxing. Big fan.
The reason why I asked you that because I remember I'm a little bit older than you, but I remember we had a boxing culture right here in America. It was like a boxing culture. It was strong, and now a lot of cats like yourself who you love boxing, hardcore fans and myself. They kind of like fell out. They don't really don't be on the internet like that.
I'm not on it like I used to be either, man. I used to love it, man.
Yeah, because there's a shift, and I'm trying to figure out what was the disconnect between people falling like for you. What was the disconnect after Floyd retired? What changed for you?
I think, man, more so for me, the politics always been there. Once you get old enough as a kid, my pops and my uncles was always in the boxing. We raised in to watch boxing. You know what I'm saying? Even as a kid coming up, seeing Mike Tyson as a baby and all these other people we hear in these stories about Muhammad Ali, and then they tell that we could go back and see some of the footage of the other greats in the game. But I think the disconnect for me was us not getting certain fights that we wanted.
Yeah.
And I feel like when Floyd kind of left, he took a big piece of the entertainment side of it with him. Like we didn't have no more crazy entertainers like that. And then I feel like too, man, all of I guess the politics with the networks and not the promoters and the show, they didn't build up too many more stars. I feel like I feel like it ain't just one thing to me. Politics, they didn't build up enough new stars. A lot of people, you can't knock people for going to get their money. Never that. I'm not saying that, but the dark side of that is we don't get the certain looks that we might have wanted to see that would have drawn the people in. Plus, people was like, hey, we can go to UFC and just see a bloodbath.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of that played a little bit of a role. But I feel like it still got carried pretty good for a little bit. I feel like Errol Spence came in, did some stuff. I remember when he went overseas and fought Kell Brook. That was a big moment for me, like just seeing that with my guys at the crib, nigga, we in there turned up, and it was brought, it's day what happened in daytime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that fight was big. Even seeing Terrence Crawford being able to build his name and come up. We had the Charlos that was doing their thing at one point in time before they went through what they went through. And then it was a lot of good stuff that was supposed to go to that next level. And I think it just all got halted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's what you mean about the politics, because the politics control and dictate a lot of things, and a lot of this stuff was bubbling. As it relates to Texas, did it seem like, and we're going to pivot to Crawford and Canelo, but and Adrien Broner, because I want to ask you about him as well. Yeah. But did it seem like it kind of the boxing coach in Texas was huge? Especially you had Errol Spence, the big fish, like you say, the Charlo brothers. And it was around that time, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, when Spencer started coming up. I think Spence got the title in 17 from Kell Brook, somewhere up in there. He went to London, somewhere around that time. He went and beat him up. And was the excitement was it a level of excitement in Texas or in Houston when it come up for boxing?
Oh, of course. Even though, we do got the little clashes here and there with sports between Texas. Houston. I'm from Houston, so we got the little smaller thing between Dallas and Houston or whatever. And thing with the sports stuff, but we was still tapped into we got boxing in Texas heavy. You know what I mean? Because even Andre Ward was down with
Jay Prince.
Yeah. So we even was tapped into that as well, and then we've had big events like Canelo that came and had big fights in Texas, whether it be San Antonio. Remember when Adrien Broner lost? I want to say that was in San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio. Right? He lost to Mark Maidana.
Yeah, so it was niggas from Houston driving to that. That was Adrien Broner's first loss. It was niggas driving from H-Town to San Antonio to see that fight. You know what I mean? Then, Jerry Jones was having Canelo fight in Jerry World.
Yeah.
People from Houston was going out there. And then vice versa. We had a couple big fights out here in Houston throughout the years. So we've always been a boxing, supportive boxing state. It's big when these fights go on in the city out here in Houston. The sports bars going to be filled. People going to go out and watch. People going to watch them at the crib and have fight parties. But all of our bars going to be filled too, where people like, hey, we going to go up here and watch the fight. Everybody's showing that you might pay 10 or 20 to get in. People going to be in there watching the fight instead of ordering it at the crib at times. So we've always had a very big boxing following in combat sport following in general, but boxing always been heavy here, man. So to have people from Texas making a name and coming up, man, of course we tapped into it.
So did it seem like did it seem like after the Crawford Spence fight, it took so long for that to happen, but after Spence lost to Crawford, and then Charlo, he ended up fighting Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah.
And what made me, I want to pivot a little bit. What made me kind of upset with Charlo, because I know people from Houston saying he ain't from Houston, he from Lafayette, Louisiana. They kicked him to the curb.
I claimed as Houston. I claimed as Houston at first. I ain't gonna BS.
Hey, look. But what I'm saying is, what pissed me off with him, bro, he ran against Canelo.
Yeah, he went in there and got a check. It is what it is. We can't sit up here and sugarcoat it. Yeah. You popped it, you sold it like you was gonna get in there and get active. You went in there and tried not to get knocked out. That ain't what that was supposed to be. You didn't go in there to win the fight. And I'm somebody that understands boxing. You don't get in there and slug it out with a person that's stronger than you. You don't get in there and just go swing crazy and try to prove to the people that you're a warrior. Now, there's times you might have to make that adjustment and get in your warrior bag, but he didn't do any of that. It was just like, hey, I'm here to get paid and not get knocked out. And that was obvious as a viewer. So, I didn't respect that fight by Charlo at all. I respect anybody that gets in the ring. Right. I respect anybody that put their life on the line, because these boxers are putting their life on the line, the lifestyle, the training. That you could die in that ring. So I'm always respect them for that. But your performance, no, sir, not at all. We ain't finna sugarcoat it. We can't do that. That'll be fake.
But you know what? No, what makes it even worse? I see the way Crawford performed against Canelo when he beat him. I was there in Vegas.
Dominate him.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, Charlo, you could have put up this, the same effort. Like, for Crawford to be able to do what he did to Canelo, he had to show heart and had to put effort in. Like, I'm like, man, you could have did the same thing.
Let's stop that right there. Crawford is 10 times better than Charlo as a boxer.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it in 100, skill-wise.
Yeah.
And he went in the fight as, I'm here to win. I'm not here just to get paid. I'm here to get paid, but the money in the bank. I'm here for my legacy. I'm here for my brand. I want to win. I want to show y'all I can be the best. I want to show y'all I can be one of the best boxers ever. I'm not just doing it to sell the fight. In my mind, I really think I'm him, and I'm putting in that work every day. So when y'all count me out against Canelo, I'm here to tell y'all I'm better than Canelo. And I've been saying it, and now I'm about to show y'all I'm the best of this era. So they went in that fight with two different approaches, man, from me watching from the sideline. And, I'm not a boxer. I'm not a person that's in the gym doing none of this. But bro, I wasn't. No. He went in there. He's a better boxer. It is what it is. We see that. Charlo would probably, Charlo, and, I came in a big Charlo fan, and I respect him getting in the ring. I feel like Crawford would knock Charlo out. If not knock him out, he going to do him like he did Spence.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, hey, you know what? It's amazing you brought up Spence, because what was the culture like around that time? Because I know a lot of people were saying that, we know about the situation with Spence got in a car accident. Mm-hmm. I'm from Florida, so I hear a lot, but you're there. So, you can't hear, you don't know what to believe, on the internet. I listen to different podcasts, so Say No to Skull, and I listen to you all the time. And I remember following that. I don't know what type of lifestyle Errol Spence was living at that time that led up to the accident.
Well, people were saying drinking, man. I don't know for sure, though. Did they ever confirm that? Did he come out and say that he was drinking and stuff a little bit?
No, he didn't. No, you know what? No, he didn't come out and say that. As of late, he came out and said that, he wasn't always doing the right things throughout his career. Okay. He was abusing his body. That's what he said on Twitter. But he didn't come out and say, yeah, I was drinking, I had a drink. He never came out and said that.
Yeah, see, it's a difference between having a drinking problem or being somebody who like to casually drink. And we know in boxing, even being, some boxers do drink. You know what I mean? But we do know, like, hey, every time you drink that alcohol, you're going to have to work 10 times harder to get it off for you. It's not like you're a person that's like, oh, I just want to stay in shape just for the look. Nah, you got to stay in shape for combat. So I don't really know if he was drinking or something. He had the glare. I know he had the eye problem, whatever, from the wreck. I don't remember, but I thought I did. I might have seen him out. I don't want to be wrong about that, though, man. But if he came out and said it, I heard all those rumors online, too. I don't really get into those because I can't confirm none of that stuff, and it wasn't documented proof that got made public. It was 1,000 rumors surrounding him in Dallas, and the way that wreck happened and the way that it looked with the wreck is like, bro, what did you really have going on? But I couldn't confirm nothing. And then I'm from Houston. I'm 3.5 hours away from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't really know everything, and I'm not tapped in to all this stuff that was going on. So I would be just reporting rumors if I came on here and said anything. But if he came out and said, yeah, bro, I wasn't really focused at that time.
Yeah, he said that. He said
if he wasn't focused, then there you go. You know, I don't know what he was saying about take care of his body. I thought I seen alcohol. And, you know, whenever you got a wreck, people gonna think, bro, you was drinking. You know what I mean? Well, was you drinking? Because we just see how that happens so much on the road with athletes or just people in general. DUIs is heavy and it's very dangerous. And every time you get on that road drunk and you have a wreck, you could have lost your life or killed somebody else. So, and this is a nigga who like to drink himself on the weekends. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I ain't finna go do all the other stuff. But would you?
No, it's amazing you said that because I don't know how much you know about Adrien Broner. You know, now back in the day when you was watching the boxing back then, you know, AB was that guy.
I watched AB come into this thing and make a name when his daddy was brushing his hair. He was running through everything, and at 1:30, we was on him early. We was on him early. I had several friends. Recipes to my bro Byron. I used to talk to him about boxing all the time. My bro BP, his pops, his brother Steve. We all was just super locked in on boxing every single week. We gonna text, we gonna call, we gonna pull up to somebody's house. Hey, I'm gonna go up here and watch the fight. So we watch AB come into this thing, man.
Man, so you remember when AB was on the highest of the high? He was ripping up $20 bills, flushing them down the toilet. He was throwing money out the window, saying he don't keep anything less than 100 in his pocket, 150. You know, all that. Like you say, daddy brushing his hair, rich homie Quan walking up to the ring, French Montana.
You forgot, AB was a rapper. AB went on tour with Soulja Boy. You don't remember that? AB had music. AB got songs with rappers. AB went on tour with Soulja Boy. He was opening up. He was doing songs with running with Rick Ross. He was he had a YouTube channel. He got a YouTube channel. AB. I was clicking it. We were bro. I used to be in the barbershop watching Adrien Broner YouTube channel. He on there dancing, doing all the stuff with his brothers, acting the plum fool.
Yeah. And see, that's what everybody loved about AB, acting the fool, this and that, dancing to the ring. You know, after the Marcos Maidana fight, I lost like $400 on that fight because I ain't know who Marcos Maidana was like that. That's my AB finna beat the brace off the dude. And I saw the lead up to it. Man, that dude put hands and foots on AB in that fight. And
that got Maidana to fight with Floyd. That changed his life and made him retire.
Yeah, you know what? He hasn't fought since. He had
fought that, but then he fought the rematch with Floyd, and then that's when he retired after that rematch.
Yeah, he retired. So the thing is, AB is rumor is that he's broke. I was in Vegas. Again, I haven't seen his bank account, so I really don't know. But you know, this is the rumor. I was in Vegas. You know, he was pissy drunk at the Fontainebleau Hotel. There's a video out there I just showed here yesterday where he's in a restaurant. And he had a $2,200 bill, and he was trying to skip out on not paying the bill. You know, I have the video on right here. Somebody videoed it who was with him, and they posted it. So let that sink in. And
isn't that video old?
I don't know.
I thought I saw that video before, like last year or 2 years ago with AB and him. I don't know for sure though, but it got circulated. It was on every single blog. And I don't know, and I can't confirm that, but I feel like I saw that video like a year or two ago, maybe 3 years ago, where he did that, and then I feel like it got recirculated because of him being drunk and acting a fool on the camera and show with Mason.
You know what? You know what? I didn't. You might be right about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, because I don't know if it's recent or not, but we know he was acting drunk on the Cameron show. And
not facts.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
I can't confirm. It might be new though. I don't want to be wrong. I just feel like I saw that video with him already, or maybe it was a different place. Maybe it was different where he did that at, and he was like trying to skip out on the tab at a different time.
Let me see. Can I show you this right here? Yeah. This it right here.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Let me see. I don't know if you saw.
Because we got to square this up tonight.
Is this an old one, Ant?
That's what I thought. I thought that this one was old, like that it was like a year or two old, but I feel like it could be new. But for some reason, I feel like I saw that video already, and then it got recirculated because he was back in the news for doing something drunk again.
Yeah, because the Cameron and Murder May show, you know, with Stat and all of that. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, fam. That was, I felt bad for him.
Yeah, you do. It's like, yeah, bro, you tripping. We gotta call it. If you're in the media, you gotta call it out. You gotta say this is inappropriate. You gotta say that this is wrong. Hey, bro, we gotta get you up out of here. You don't want to, like, that ain't it. You gotta speak against it, but at the same time, it's like, oh, bro, what are you doing? Like, you gotta get some help. We don't want to see you go out like this because we know how this ends for people. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like what? Okay, a lot of people saying that he need help. I physically saw him. I physically saw him in Vegas, and I'm telling you, bro, he got some dudes around him. You know, now this ain't no source to say I was right there. Man was drunk. You know, he took a lot of pictures. He was drunk. He was slurring this and that. And I'm like, fam, like a lot of people tried to help AB. At some point in time, do you feel that there has to be a level of accountability that he has to take on his life, and you know, some type of intervention that people may want to try to do for him? How do you feel about that?
As a grown man, there has to be accountability all the time. Because like I tell people, bro, once you get to a certain age as a grown man, people don't feel sorry for you no more. It just is what it is. And I say probably just the general demographic, depending on what it is, but even not depending on what it is or it ain't. Once you hit like 30, a lot of them sob stories and how people really feel, they be like, hey, bro, it's on you. That's just the nature of being a man. You know, we get respected off of what we can provide. You know, that's just what it is. So with him, it's all on him. Can't nobody come save him. He got to take full accountability for his actions and see what he's doing. But the thing is with Adrien Broner, as talented as he was, he showed and done so many things that was like, hey, I have to go against the grain. I'm going to do something stupid for attention right now.
Right.
He done that so much throughout his career. Like, we've seen it, like, hey, I'm going to get after the fight and I'm going to say the dumbest thing ever right now. You know what I mean? Like, hey, after the post-fight, let me get on here and say something stupid that's going to rub people the wrong way. Or let me get in here and say something stupid that's going to rub people the wrong way. Or I'm intentionally trying to rub people the wrong way. And the last time we see them in the ring, didn't his teeth get knocked out?
Yeah, teeth get knocked out by Blair Cobb down in Miami. I was there.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, man, what are we doing, AB? Like, you got to get the help, brother. And it's on him, bro. Can't nobody make you stop doing drugs. You have to stop doing them on your own. You know, we don't look at alcohol as a drug, but it is. They say alcohol addiction is one of the hardest addictions to, like, go through as far as withdrawals, more so than other drugs. I've seen that before. I've seen people report and speak on that. Like, alcohol addiction, if you are really physically addicted to alcohol, they say that's harder to shake back than the other hardcore drugs. So if he's a alcoholic, he's in for a tough fight, man. And we can see it. I don't like to say that. I don't want to diagnose, bro, from the Wi-Fi, the camera, or the microphone, or the internet. But we can see he got some demons, man, and all we can do is pray for bro.
So my thing too is, because my brother had alcohol problems as well. But my thing too is you will have so many, because he had affiliations he's with Al Heyman. You know, I remember Al Heyman back from the music industry, how powerful he was, and Floyd Mayweather. So he got two of the best people in his corner from a financial standpoint, or just you got relationships, because this thing is about relationships. You got 100%. Relationships with some key people. And I kind of feel like, I don't know, man, and maybe he burnt his bridges with people over the years. I don't know.
Well, don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you. People always say it's the people around you. Look at the people he got around him. He ain't got nobody around him. bro, the people around you can't make you do something if you're not the person that want to do nothing. Because the people around you can only tell you so much. We say that a lot. And we say that in the mindset that, hey, bro, dog moving foul, he moving wrong. He got people around him that's encouraging him to do wrong, and they ain't telling him or nothing. A lot of people be having niggas around them that will tell them something, but they not listening to them regardless. You can't beat a man. You can't pull out your leather belt and beat a nigga down for when he don't want to act right. So that's why I say, too, like people say, man, he ain't got the right people around him. He don't got the right team around him. Bro, can't nobody force you to do nothing. Can't nobody force you to speak correctly. Can't nobody force you in the rehab to go stay there. Can't nobody hold you down as a grown man, bro. You your own. You got to get better. It got to be in you. You got to be there spiritually. You got to be there mentally. You got to get there physically first before other people can help you. Because if you still down bad, all the help that's being offered in your direction, all you doing is rejecting it. And that's going to make people turn away. It's a hard conversation to sit down and tell a nigga, hey, bro, you got a drug problem. You got an alcohol problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I done grew up with niggas that I done grew up around or just been around that had drink problems. Like, hey, bro, you really got a drink problem, nigga, but I can't. Do you know that's a tough conversation to have with a nigga? Because if you tell your bro, if I sit down and tell my bro, hey, nah, you drinking too much oil, bro. You pouring too much oil. A nigga, that's to say they be like, man, y'all being fake. It's hard to tell your partner or a nigga you care about because you think he ain't gonna rock with you no more. Hey, dog, you drinking too much oil, bro. You pouring up too much, bro. Yeah. Man, you drinking serve every day. You calling the nigga, you calling up on at least a deuce or a line. Nigga be like, bro, what you trying to say, my nigga? I'm good. You feel me? And it's like, it's a tough conversation to have, bro, and it ain't easy if you really got somebody like that. But with alcohol, when you stumbling over stuff, you acting belligerent, you disrespecting people, and I would think it would be easier to say, hey, bro, put your arm around, hey, bro, you tripping, dog. You my bro, you crashing out, you about to go to jail, you about to mess off your life, you gonna burn the house down with this alcohol stuff you doing, bro. We ain't doing it no more. And that's the decision that person has to make. And Adrien Broner got to want to get help. It is what it is.
It go back to what you said. We was talking about accountability. At some point in time, you got to be able to look yourself in the mirror as a man and accept accountability, accept responsibility for your own actions. Mm-hmm. And he's the guy that came from nothing and made millions. And now it appears that he's, well, according to what he said he broke, he ain't got no money. He did say that online, but he doesn't have nowhere near what he had in the past. It's like, dude, you didn't have it. You came from nothing. You made something, with the highest of the height. And then now, you turned pro. He turned pro in 2008. So he's been boxing for 17 years as of today, 17 years. And I'm like, fam, like you say, it's hard to feel sorry for him. But to pivot a little bit, the Canelo Crawford fight. Mm-hmm. What did you think of? I don't know if you saw it. What did you think about that fight?
Yeah, I watched that one in New York. I was in New York that weekend, man. I hate that I didn't get to hear the sound because I was in a bar and they had like a party there in New York and they want the people to be able to hear the sound. But I got to watch it clear. I watched every round, the full fight. Man, congratulations to Crawford. He dominated, man. Really dominated. Really showed up and showed out. I knew that he had the skill set to beat Canelo. I really, because I understand boxing, that weight had me like, oh, man, is he going to be able to manage this weight at that level? I know boys walk around heavier, but actually getting in the ring at that weight, I know that a lot of people don't understand them technicalities in boxing, but I feel like he dominated front to back. In the first 5 rounds, I had maybe the second round to Canelo, if that one, I feel like he completely dominated him, bro. Like showed up, showed out, footwork, counter punches. I feel like once Canelo seen like, oh, he ain't even affected by my power. He knew it was over with. Like, I ain't this, I ain't that. Then by the eighth round, he needed a knockout. This was a pure, if you want to raise your son or the next generation off of boxing, you need to show him this Crawford fight against Canelo and say, hey, this dude went up 2 weight classes, really 3 weight classes in what, 2 years?
In 2 years, yeah.
3 weight classes in 2 years and fought this man, and he dominated this way, and this is how he did it. That was a pure science display of boxing. So congratulations to Crawford. Dog Canelo out, man. Canelo a good fighter, too. Let's get that clear. He not a slouch. He's a top tier. So it's just, hey, I'm better.
Hey, you know what? It's amazing you said that, because a lot of people. I scored a 9-3. You know,
okay.
I spoke to Bud and I say, listen, man, you fighting Canelo on Cinco. You fighting Canelo on the Mexican Independent holiday, right? That's a big holiday for Mexico. And the Mexican Independence Day represent a lot of the Mexican Aztec warriors spiritually rising from the grave, and they're getting behind. So there's a spiritual aspect of it for Mexican Independence Day, and Canelo represents that ultimate warrior, the Aztec warrior for that culture. And you beat him on that day. You know, is in front of all of his fans and 41 million plus watching on Netflix. Was, some people can't get over it, because I'm seeing online, you got some content creators in boxing, they saying Crawford cheated. They saying there was something wrong with his gloves. They saying
I didn't see none of this. I'm in the wrong algorithm.
This is boxing. This is boxing, right? Hey, they said the man, because he's on snack, which he do take snack. Snack is a health supplement. I got snack products in my thing. But they said a lot. They said a lot of things. He was running. They say he was running. Did you see any running from Crawford in the fight?
I saw boxing. Bro, running is when I'm out the way the whole entire fight. I boxed, I moved. Canelo had times he was right in front of him and couldn't capitalize. The man was blocking, head movement, and all that. It's just he got outboxed. He didn't come with no excuses. But the people that is caught up on the warrior side of things, if you fight enough battles, the thing is a war. What's the pre-word for warrior? The prefix is war.
War, yeah.
If you have enough wars, you will eventually lose. That's why he has those losses on his record already, because he fought those wars. It's about an honor thing as well. You're not finna beat everybody. You fight enough, you gonna lose. You're gonna have them exceptional ones like Mayweather and Crawford and things like that who didn't lose, but
that's not the norm.
That's not the norm, bro.
Yeah.
Crawford was just better. All them old excuses, that's not warrior mentality. You got to take your L's like you take your W's, man. We just gonna call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your L's like you take your W's. If you can't take the L the same way you take your W, then this is the wrong game for you. It is what it is. So to all the people out there who want to make this a thing of, I got to go against him, man, that man earned that fight fair and square, man. And we know this, man. He beat really, to be honest with you, he whooped Canelo ass. And Canelo know he got his ass whooped. It is what it is, bro. Why they getting upset? It ain't no big deal. He lost. He not tripping because he know he lost. Yeah. He know, hey, man, dog was better than me, bro. I ain't had nothing for him. Ain't Canelo caught. We just seen Canelo cut off the ring before, right?
Yeah.
And you can go look in that fight when Canelo was right in front of that man, right, with the opportunity to get his stuff off, right, several times. That don't make sense, bro. He didn't have it. It is what it is.
So I need to tell you the story about this flag. I don't know if you ever seen a Mexican flag up close, but you probably have. You from H-Town. So when I was in Vegas, one of Canelo fans got so upset that Canelo lost that he threw the flag down.
Oh.
He threw the flag. The man denounced La Raza, and he threw the flag down. So I saw it in the hotel, the Luxor Hotel. I saw it on the ground and decided to pick it up, and I brought it home. I'm right here in Tampa, Florida. I brought it home. I washed it, cleaned it, and I'm wearing it around my neck. You get what I'm saying? Because I say, look, the man denounced La Raza. He denounced Canelo. I said, Canelo's a great fighter. Don't denounce Canelo. He lost to a hell of a nigga, man. He lost to a hell of a nigga. Like that dude right there is a once in a generation of lifetime talent right there. He ain't losing no hobo Sam from the liquor store or shouted big nuts, from the gas station. He lost to Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I got the flag. What do you have any parting words for those who may have switched out on Canelo because he lost to Crawford?
Y'all fake. That's the thing, y'all is what it is, bro. You gonna turn your back on dog when he didn't put his whole life on the line ripping for y'all country, and y'all putting too much into it, and you can't whoop him. See, you can't whoop Crawford. Crawford will knock you out. You get in the ring, you going night the first round, bro. So you putting too much stock into this. It must be something a little bit deeper if you're throwing your whole flag away, because you know your people, they gonna turn your back on you throwing that flag away. But what happened was we got a lot of gambling degenerates. He probably lost his whole everything on that fight, put it all on Canelo. But like I said, this wasn't a fight I could bet on. I was rooting for Crawford, no doubt about it. I just was like, and I didn't think that Crawford would get knocked out at all. I would say, like, because I'm looking like Canelo neck.
Neck,
know, they got that big wide neck. I'm like, dang, bro. The weight that he got on him over Crawford and that size already and the experience of him fighting even people bigger than him, like Beeble and all them.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he gonna have a weight advantage on, bro. That's the only thing I was looking at. But other than that, I'm like, nigga, you ain't got nothing for Crawford. Boys like, oh man, nah, he finna do. I say, man, watch what we finna see, nigga. He finna show up and show out on him and dogged him out. Canelo got whooped out, man. It is what it is, bro. You fight enough, you're gonna take a L. Y'all boys either get out y'all feelings, quit get your panties out a bunch. Tomorrow's another day, and another way, Canelo will be back. Stop turning your back on your people because they lost, man. It is what it is. It's pathetic.
Hey, check this out. So I had a call yesterday, right? And dude from Baltimore. I ain't gonna say his name. He know who he is. White. It's a white dude though, and he say that he said Canelo didn't get dominated. That's fine. Whatever, right? Whatever he say, right?
What fight was he watching?
Yeah, I don't know what fight he was watching, but he said y'all are getting. He said y'all are getting out of hand. You taking it too far. So I said, who is y'all? He said, black folks. I'm tired. So he wanted to say niggas. Like, look, I'm tired of you niggas, dog. Y'all getting out of hand. Every time y'all win, because he picked Canelo to win, Canelo lost. So he like, black folks, I'm tired of y'all. You get on my nerves, this and that. Then what he was saying. And I'm laughing like a motherfucker, right? Because he's obviously a bigot. But I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm like, he hurt. He really hurt. He just said we getting out of hand. Do you feel that black folks is getting out of hand? Big Ant, how you feel about that?
Hell nah. Hell nah, we ain't nowhere near out of hand. See, I ain't been in the boxing forums. Them boys out of hand. They came in out of hand and out of pocket. They made this shit a race thing, man. Because I'm going to tell you one thing about us. If our people don't earn the fight, we going to say they lost, goddammit. If that nigga Crawford would have went in there and got his ass whooped, we would have said, hey, boy, you let us the fuck down, nigga. We ain't finna go up there and try to make up no excuses. That's one thing we don't do.
Yeah.
See, we've done that on some civil shit, on some get back shit, shit like the Rodney King beating and shit like that. When niggas want that get back on that type shit. But in a combat sport, if we see you go out here, you and another man in the ring, and that man beat you, and everybody know he beat you, we ain't finna say, oh, we got to ride with that because we black, bro. We going to say, oh, nah, nigga, they cheated, bro. Nah, that was closer than that. Or you ain't that. We hold our people like, hey, nah, you ain't earned that one, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's how we is as people. Now, certain other people, some people from other places, oh, I'm riding with mine no matter what. Nigga, hey, that nigga didn't win. I don't care. Y'all trying to rub it in our face because y'all racist against us. Man, we ain't racist, nigga. That nigga just lost, my nigga. This is what it is, bro.
Jamel
the man
Charlo
told you he lost, goddammit. Why y'all can't accept it? Why y'all just can't accept it, man? Take your mama titty out your mouth and accept your goddamn L. I had one of them dudes come on mine after Ryan Garcia ass got caught cheating and came up with all these excuses. You know what I told him? I said, hey, bro, if Devin Haney or Floyd Mayweather or even now Terrence Crawford tested positive for any of that bullshit, you'll never hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Never. But now we supposed to say, oh, this ain't no big deal. It was just a little bit. A little bit don't show the amount that he had in his system. It just showed that it's there.
Yeah.
That he took something. That's all that is. They always be wanting to make these goddamn excuses and just not accept the fact that they really is racist and they don't want a nigga to be on top. Just keep it 100. It's people that come and watch boxing from all races that just want to see good boxing. Whether it be a nigga, whether it be a white boy, whether it be an Asian, whether it be a Mexican, they just want good boxing. They gonna show up. Hey man, whoever win, they want to go with how they really feel. Then you got these other people who come in, everything is race. Oh, I don't want them niggas on top. It just is what it is. Niggas can beat ass. Terrence Crawford is a professional ass beater, and he beat Canelo ass, man. Everybody saw this shit. Canelo he thought about this shit like, man, nigga fucked me up, man. God damn. I ain't think it was going to be like that. He beat the shit out that boy. He just didn't knock him out, which he didn't need to knock out, but he got outclassed. Why you think they ain't talking about no rematch? Rematch for what? Fuck we need the rematch for? Talk about, oh, man, they need a rematch. Nigga, they don't need to re-shit. What they need to do is regroup. Nigga, they don't need no rematch. We need regrouping around this motherfucker. They got to go back to the fucking drawing board. Dog that threw his flags, he need a goddamn re-soul search. And the other white dude that came on here and said that shit, he need a whole goddamn revision of his decision-making in his life because he a grown-ass man invested into this race shit, into sports. Now, I expect people to ride with their people. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me twisted. I ain't no bullshit, nigga. Yeah, like, if a black brother fighting, I'm going to ride with the brother. Yeah. If you Mexican, you ride with the Mexican. That's understood. That is not an issue. That's not a problem. It's that other little sidebar shit y'all start doing and not want to give niggas they credit. Niggas know niggas can squabble, man. Niggas know Mexicans got heart, man. But niggas know how to beat ass. It just is what it is. Floyd Mayweather been beating ass. Floyd Mayweather whooped a lot of people's ass. Crawford done whooped a lot of people's ass. If Adrien Broner would have kept his shit together, he would have whooped a lot of ass. And it's more ass whoopings to come. We know this shit don't stop.
Hey, so you funny to the
motherfucker. Am I rolling my line?
You funny to the motherfucker.
Shit, we been whooping ass, man. That's what niggas do. Niggas whoop ass.
Hey, you the realest dude I had on this. You and another dude from DC. It's about 4 of y'all I don't have on. Hey, bro, you hilarious. Hey, check this out. I want to talk about, I'm looking at the boxing culture, right, with some of these fighters like Adrien Broner and stuff like that. But you know what I talk about all the time too, Ant? The street shit, the code. Yeah. You know, I seen you cover a lot of stuff that was going on with Young Thug. Yeah. You know, Gunner, R.I.P. the Young Dolph, man. You know, just
God bless, man. Rest in peace.
Nipsey Hussle. You know, Nipsey Hussle, all this stuff there. And it seems like I see you cover this stuff, right? And over here in Boston, they try to talk about the code. You know, we got to stick down and stuff like that. And I get that. And I explained the code over here because a lot of these guys, they're not talking about, you know, Neely Fuller, you know, who's the architect of the code that I know of, you know, talking about the, you know, how to combat racism, the compensatory code to combat racism and white supremacy. Okay. So in the street and in hip hop and stuff like that, when people talk about code, what's your understanding of what the code is as it relates to that in the street? Because I don't think it's talking about Neely Fuller.
Man, the code for black people don't come from none of this dumbass street shit. That's one thing we have to do because we have let white supremacy and we've let media and we've let these people water us down to everything got to be tied to some street shit when it's time for us to stand on something. Like, when it's time for me to stand up and ride for my people, I'm being tough. Or if a man is standing up for what he believes in, he got to be seen as a gangster or a tough guy. If a man is willing to fight or put any type of physicality or violence, then he's transferring into being a gangster because he don't want nobody to play with him. In certain pockets, black men do understand that. But then you have the ones who stuck on ignorant because all they got is being tough. You understand what I'm saying? So they think, oh, all my violence and shit, this give me a knack. I got a badge of honor on me because I done did all this tough guy shit or this street shit. Cool. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But let's be clear here, bro. Being a man is first, foremost, second, third, fourth, and for shit show until you get to 1,000. Being a man is first. Our code go back to slavery days in this country, my nigga. Even before the colonizers came on here, we had a certain code of brotherhood and survival. We already had black people in America before the Europeans and them colonizers or these evil motherfuckers came to America.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, we had tribes that were black in America that had to, do their survival tax. It might have been little discrepancies or issues, but you already knew it's an honorable thing to take care of thy brother. Don't sell thy brother up the river. If we end this, we end this together. Then when the colonizers came in, put us into slavery, the code is you don't help out that white man. See, niggas don't realize the police was slave catchers first.
Yep.
So you don't tell these slave catchers what your people got going on. You don't tell massa in the highs, because we got a lot of house niggas now, telling massa what niggas got going on. Nah, that's before that's slavery time, man. We don't cooperate with them slave catchers. So we already had a disdain because the legal system in America has always worked against us. This is a fact. Segregation in America was a thing until only 60 years ago. We talking 1964. Segregation, meaning, hey, y'all are beneath us by law. We are against y'all. So why would we do anything legally with these people to work against our people? We've been over here for hundreds of years, centuries, half a millennium plus. Only 60 years ago did they even look at us as equal people on paper. So why would we help these same people that's enforcing these laws? So that's what the no snitching shit with us come from. That mob shit, these gangsters and these mob dudes and old murder, they made it into a criminal thing. We didn't make it into no criminal thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So they can have the credit for that. The gangsters, the mobsters. Did we have people getting involved in gangster lifestyle early? Yes. Did we have people in America that was black, that was criminals? Yes. But making it like that, I was come from morals and principles and integrity. So nowadays, what these niggas want to do is, oh man, it's this, and nobody stick to the code. No. Snitching means I don't want to take accountability for my actions. I don't want to take accountability for my time or something that I did, something I benefited from, a lifestyle that I jumped into. They own me right now. So what I'm going to do is throw you away to save myself. That's not something that men do. And if you go against that, you're going against your integrity, your morals and principles, because you saying, fuck that man life, it's about me. Meaning if we on a tightrope, hey bro, it's a risk. We got 5 people on the top rope. I'm at the top. And I got 4 people hanging beneath me. Man, this fight is getting tough. It's getting tough. We pulling. But these are people that I once called brother. These are people that I once called friends or family sometimes. And it's like, hey, well, dang, bro. I see y'all dying now. But, man, I don't know if we going to make it. We like, nah, bro, we good. Let's just thug it out a little bit longer. You say, fuck that, and you cut the rope and let everybody else fall. That's what snitching is, bro.
Yeah, so I'm glad you explained it, because a lot of people talk about this code, and I say this all the time. I say ain't no damn code. Ain't nobody following no code in the street, because you hear what Young Thug saying in an interrogation room. I said all that shit cool. All that shit cool to when the white folks come put them platinum braces on you and they take your ass to that police station, or you in that courtroom, that cold ass courtroom, and you're in front of that judge and they go to talk about 50 and 60 years, and you go to think about that big booty red bone you got at home, or your baby mama, or the lifestyle you was living prior to being locked up, and then the first thing you want to do is try to save yourself. But however, with the criminal element, this what comes with it. If you wanna make a commitment to committing crimes, understand that this is what's gonna come with it. So you get what I'm saying? If you ain't willing to go through that, because they like to what I noticed what they're doing in the media, they like to glorify the bullshit. They like, everybody talking, we chasing the bag and we doing this. We glorifying the negative shit that's keeping us fucked up. But there's another side to it. You want to glamorize 100%. The street thug shit. The other side, boy, when you get in that motherfucking courtroom, or your ass doing time in the feds, and the motherfucker talking about, you gonna find out what a 5K1 is. You don't told somebody your case, motherfucker coming back, To get that
groups,
time back.
meetings, proffers,
Yeah.
debriefings,
Yeah.
cooperation, informants, and
Yeah.
they got all these codes and numbers. You know who, God bless and rest in peace to Pimp C.
Yeah,
He
Pimp
used to
C.
go on rants, and he got so many interviews on the internet that I go back and watch a lot. How people we got away from putting a lot of social commentary into the music. And in social commentary and music, you tell both sides of it. You don't just tell one side. That there will be people that will tell on you. There will be people that's gonna, if you go to prison, they're gonna try to slide in on your baby mama. They're gonna slide in on your girlfriend, or they gonna forget about you. And now sometimes people don't even forget about you. Just in the free world, when you go to prison, you cut off. No matter what you done did for a nigga, no matter how many times you done paid for a nigga, took a nigga out, whatever, looked out for niggas. When you go behind them walls, you in a new world of your own at times. You know what I mean? So that's another part of the game. I just say this: there are a lot of people in prison who did take accountability for their actions. Right. Some people in prison, they didn't have an opportunity to tell on nobody. It wasn't nothing that they could give. Right. But there are a lot of people who could have given people up, but they said, hey, what type of nigga would I be? And Wyatt Finlucci just said that too as well. And I've been saying this. Wyatt Finlucci just reiterated it. Hey, fam, what type of nigga would I be to tell on these other guys who rock with me, who in this with me, and send them to prison so I can go home to my family? What about their family? See what I'm saying? People don't like to have that conversation. And I like that Wyatt Finlucci is telling that other side of the story, because the guys that do corroborate and tell, they're never going to tell you. They rarely going to say, hey, bro, man, I told because I was ready to come home, bro. I didn't want to accept that time. I didn't want to accept that time. So I went on ahead and just gave it up, bro. I wasn't built for it. That's hard for these niggas to say.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what it is. You went in there and told because you want to save yourself. You wasn't built for the consequences of your actions. That's why I say this telling stuff is not no street stuff. Once you out of elementary, middle school, and high school, once you a grown man, see, elementary, middle school, high school, you learning whatever. But y'all are grown men now. Understand what I'm saying? You as a grown man, once you hear you niggas is 25, 24, 23, 26, 27, you know what this is already.
Yeah.
You already understand what you're doing. But what happens is you break. You get in the cold room. You get inside of everything bad. You in Hell's Kitchen. You in that freezer. You in that swamp with them gators. Because this is what's going through your mind. Man, what they gonna do to me, dog? Man, bro. What they know. What they know. So your mind is weak. They don't want to say I'm weak mentally. Because that's why niggas tell, because if they knew better, they'll do better. Yeah. If you don't give them nothing and they're asking you questions, if they already had what they needed, they not finna talk to you about nothing. See what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to know that. And let's stop letting them dumb us down like this is some street stuff. Telling is, hey, I'm not holding a code as a man. Because if somebody doing, let me give you an example. Somebody is on the stock market, right? And they doing that stock fraud stuff. They whole fortune, all their money was being made off of doing illegal stocks, right?
Inside of trading and stuff.
Inside of trading.
Yeah.
So they get caught. Shouldn't that man take time for his crime? And hey, bro, they got me on this, they got me on that. I was doing insider trading. I done ran up millions. I done had the women, the cars, the lifestyle for doing insider trading. They come to you and say, well, give us who else was working with you and we give you some time off. Now, this guy's not a street guy. He's not in the street, but he's a criminal.
Yeah.
It's criminals in every single lifestyle, every race. I know people don't believe this. They think that only black people are criminals. It's people from other races that are they got way more criminals than we got as black Americans. Blacks in America is way more criminals in other races throughout the country. Being a criminal is not an American thing. That's a people who It's a human thing. It's criminals all over this world. People don't even know we nowhere near the biggest scammers. Them it be a lot of Africans that be scammers, a lot of Indians that be scammers, a lot of Arabs, a lot of different people from all over the world that be motherfucking scammers, man. This ain't no black thing. If you go tell on the other people, then you're just showing, hey, I'm a foul person. I got to take you down with you. I will cut you off and cut your water off and fuck up your living situation to save myself because I don't want to go down alone, man. They keep trying to make this thing be this other conversation that people be happy to, and people have to know this, bro. Any lawyer will tell you inside of an interrogation room, if the police are asking you question, it is your Sixth Amendment right that you should follow, that you better follow, and know to follow. I need legal representation here. That's just what that is. This ain't got nothing to do with being a street dude or a gangster, bro. But they gonna keep dumbing it down in hip hop and with this culture. Then we got all these outsiders coming in here and tell us how to move and how to think and how to feel. That's not how that works at all. Oh, they say it's the Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment. My bad. Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, Fifth Amendment. Yeah. It's amazing you say that. I talk about that over here as well. Just pretty much the cold shit. It's really some bullshit, and it seems like that. I call it the nigga shit. They marketing that towards younger people who looking up to this shit. They're like, yeah, man, they glorifying it, glamourifying it, making it look sexy. I'm like, man, this shit, like a lot of people who be flogging on social media, making it look like they're richer than what they is. You go on Instagram, you see the female, she the baddie, she got the BBL, she look good. I know dudes, I know dudes personally, fam, they'll go to a luxury, pivoting a little bit, they'll go to a luxury car dealership, shoot a video in the car, whatever, have some fugazi jewelry on, and they start giving motivational speeches on Instagram stories. Yeah, man, you too can make it. A lot of, a lot of, social media. You could be what you want to be on social media. Right. You get what I'm saying? So you see that, you do what? How do you let people know? Let me know this. Let people know how long you been on YouTube putting out content. Like when you started your channel.
7 years now, man. I started the channel 2017. Towards the end of probably like around this time, 2017. Matter of fact, Hurricane Harvey. The weekend before Hurricane Harvey, which was the week that Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor. We had a hurricane out here in H-Town. Started that week there first. And then that was just like dropping little clips. Didn't really start doing the content until 2018. Started saying I'm gonna try to take it serious in January, but about April 2018 is when I just said, hey man, I'm going for the gusto in this right here. This is what I'm doing every day now. So April 2018 was when I officially decided I'm gonna just go directly to YouTube and drop videos every single day.
The lane
March, April 2018.
The lane that you're in, like me, I'm in boxing. Right, so I'm someone. What do you do? I'm a boxing content creator. I cover pretty much everything as related to sport of boxing and different sports as well. What genre are you in for people who may want to know?
I'm gonna say hip hop first. Hip hop first, most definitely. It's hip hop first. I'm hip hop first. Hip hop is a reflection of Black American culture. It's what we do every day. It's our lifestyle, the way that we talk from city to city, state to state, region to region, neighborhood to neighborhood, and it's different cultures in every prominent Black area that's spread out, even to like the little towns or areas surrounding major cities or an hour away from a major city. And that genre right there just produces so much conversation that the world is intrigued by.
Right.
It's from music to fashion to quarrels to the point where even our personalities in our culture, and there's levels to it. You got the low level who just getting started, whether it be rap, whether it be comedian, whether it be entertainer, whether it be blogger, whether it be YouTuber, and it just goes up and up and up on every level for everything in the game to where it eventually gets to a point that everything is news that be going on for us. And if you follow the blogs, every state that got a prominent Black lifestyle, they got a blog there or 2 or 3. We probably got 300 blogs in Texas that's in the hip hop realm. And then everything that we cover, like I say, not every black person is hip hop. Not every black person is hip hop. But the black people that are hip hop, they make everything they do hip hop. So like Pac, his mom wasn't a hip hop artist, but he's hip hop. His mama's famous. His mama's famous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Biggie mama, famous. God bless her soul. God bless his soul. Pac soul and Pac mama's soul.
And the Phoenix, yeah.
It's because our culture, we naturally make our people a part of our story. Even our basketball players. You know what I'm saying? They mamas become famous. Your family, we in the realm, we so like this, like prolific and different. Nigga, your entourage will be famous when you a rapper or a black entertainer. The niggas that hang with you become popular. So it's kind of like, that's the lane that I'm in. I'm in that lane. I'm in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that first, but I'm able to bleed off into sports. I do sport. I do boxing videos. I cover a lot of that. I cover a lot of boxing stuff when it hit. A lot of Tank stuff, Devin Haney. Of course, my boy Bill Haney, crazy ass.
Yeah, Bill,
that nigga, they'll be having me laughing, dog. That nigga's
Bill
hilarious.
funny.
Even when Floyd pop out and do something crazy. Adrien Broner ain't boxing no more, but we covering that.
Yeah.
Because he's part of, you go on the camera on the May show, they hip-hop first, then they transfer sports. You see what I'm saying? We put everything together, so I'm hip-hop first, but I'm going to cover a little bit of all. I covered the entire election. The entire election, I covered it. I covered that whole thing. I covered crimes like in the city. I just covered the 13 dead bodies found in Houston bayous this year. Houston bayous, and then we had 5 bayous, and we had 5 this week in the bayous. I just covered the hanging in Mississippi. I've covered a lot of that stuff. I've covered Breonna Taylor. I recovered a lot of things, bro. Like, so I'll be all over the place with it, but I'm gonna be hip hop first.
But see, this is the thing, right? So what I love about what you do, it allows you the opportunity to cover more issues, because it's all pretty much the same as it relates. You get what I'm saying? Because the people want the information. And what I'm doing with boxing is different. Like this channel, the boxing, they only want to hear about specifically boxing. So it kind of narrows myself, and it kind of like pigeonhole me in a little bit, because I kind of like, like what you're talking about. That's really what I was going to do when I first started my channel in 2021.
You should just do it. Like, people, you just don't abandon boxing.
Yeah.
You love boxing first. Like, I love rapping hip hop first. I'm gonna go rapping hip hop first. Yeah. But hey, I just got to put a little bit more work in. Hey, it's gonna be a little bit more longer day. But hey, nigga, this and this and that. And then a lot of people, I'm not saying this for you, they don't want to start off with those other videos because they feel like their audience is not gonna click them. Oh well, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Like Thug say, nigga, drop those videos too, and then people will eventually start knowing, well, I can come here and get this as well. You know what I'm saying? So only certain videos is gonna go up in the algorithm anyways. So for me, it be certain videos I drop. They don't get what the other videos get. But I knew this was a story that I want to cover, and I know that it's something that I felt the way about, and I knew that there is an audience for it, and people will see that, like, okay, well, this dude here has an opinion on other things as well. You be way more versed, and that grows your audience. Yeah. Those other things grow your audience. If you just stay in boxing, that's cool. You can have a very big boxing channel. But if you touch on that other stuff too, just make the people go out, just make sure, if I drop some boxing, certain days I'm going to drop something else that I saw in the news that I cared about too. And people just going to start rocking with it once you consistent with it. That's all they do. It's a test. It's always a test. And I've been consistent on everything since day one.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because I've been pondering this for a while. I was like, man, I don't know if my audience is gonna be ready for this, because they know my boxing side, but it's a whole nother side of me they don't even know. And people who know me personally know that side, but they didn't know the boxing side. They were like, man, when people who know me personally, they knew I always loved boxing. So I was like, man, how can I do how can I do this to get the audience to grow with me? Because I know, I know the boxing shit like the back of my hand. You know, I study a lot of stuff. I study a lot of, you know, I look at all the analytics. I got a lot of that shit. And I even know what my audience watch, which channels they watch, which videos they watch. Because I have apps that tell me that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It'll tell me. So, but I was like, man, like I always want to talk about this, you know, the street shit is because one, I come from that. I did time. And it's like, man, I don't want these kids, you know, these young ones to go, look, man, you know, y'all being led in a path that's very self-destructive. We participating in our own self-destruction. We praise the nigga shit, the bullshit, and that ain't really what manhood is all about. This shit is about accountability. You know, you got to have a work ethic. There's no such thing as overnight success, because a lot of times they be looking at the YouTube channels and thinking, okay, Big Ant, he got over 300 and something thousand subscribers, you know, and I want to do that. And I'm like, fam, it ain't that easy.
Hell nah. A lot of people, you know, I have people, they make comments and they talk about the platform like somebody just gave me this 300. You see the way that they worded their verbiage when they speak about the channel, they speak about what I got going on. Yeah. It's like, well, bro, you're talking to me like this 300 just popped up out of nowhere. Like just certain things that they'll say. It's like, well, hold on, bro. Nobody gave me the 300K subs. Nigga, this was a process. Yeah. I'd have been down through the water in this, nigga, through the swamp. I done really went through it. I done got on flights. I done spent thousands on trips and didn't get nothing accomplished. I done went from coast to coast, from LA to Miami. I done drove in the car to New Orleans, Mississippi, Alabama, Mobile, Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? I done flew up to Detroit, outside in the cold, pulling up on independent artists, underground artists. Been to LA 3-4 times. Just went to New York and was out there streaming in New York. I don't know if y'all saw that. I was talking about the boxing match in New York for Fashion Week streaming. Yeah, out there streaming, and I didn't make no money off of this. I don't make no money off of my YouTube lives. So I'm out there streaming for 2 hours just to build the brand and just to work and just like get that, you know, just get that they're going. I know where I'm gonna make my money at is doing the videos, but I know like, hey, this all go hand in hand. I look at it like a lost leader. So people do need to know the true stuff, like you saying that this is not an overnight success. No. It is a grind. I get game. My game, see, a lot of niggas be trying to like, you know, speak like they know so much of things like that. I don't get game from you old washed up niggas. You understand what I'm saying when I say washed up? Niggas that really just think they know what they talking about and don't. And when I say old washed up, not because of your age, because of your mindset.
Mindset, yep. I know what you're talking
about. You're not old because of your age.
Yeah, it's
mindset. Old because of your mindset. That's when I call you an old washed up nigga. So some of these old washed up niggas think they got it all figured out with all the finessing and finagling and game running they be trying to put down. Hey, fam, I look at the niggas that was successful. I look at the niggas and I take look game, like Nipsey Hussle say, nigga, I steal advice from niggas. While I seen, that nigga was working 6-7 days a week. I heard Mayweather say, nigga, I'm in the gym every day. I don't do none of this. And I think to myself, well, dang, bro, if I get up and do this YouTube shit every day, eventually I'm a build. I remember on the Joe Budden podcast, they had a conversation about the lost leaders. And they say, man, you put money into this and you know that you losing the money, but it's going to make the money come back in the long run, or losing that money here is going to make the money grow up over here. I take that type of advice from niggas, or the niggas that say, hey, bro, I have to stay in their face every day. I even take game from some of them nigga needers at times. Yeah. Like Vlad and you know what I'm saying? I get some
Adam 12.
Yeah, Adam nigga needer 22.
Adam 22,
I got some game. One thing that I say that I got from the nigga needer Vlad going outside was he said you have to keep fresh content. And he said this before I started YouTube. He said this in an old Breakfast Club interview, because I always been a nigga that get online every day and get on the internet and just check to see the news and what new rap videos or music then dropped. And he was on Breakfast Club and he said, my key to success, because he was number one on the websites at that time. This when World Star Hip Hop was popping. He was like, hey, he was number one.
Was this when the owner was still alive?
Yeah, when the owner was still alive. Vlad still had the #1 website. And he said that's because I upload new content every day. Every single day I keep my content fresh, whether it be a clip, whether it be this, I make the traffic stay coming. And see, it be a lot of things that we don't be knowing because we didn't grow up doing that. It's not that they smarter than us. He not better than us. He got there first. And he got the information before us. Yeah. It ain't because they smarter than us that also, hey, you got some information, nigga neater? That's supposed to be for us anyways because you doing that in our shit. So I'm going to take that little information from you and apply that shit to myself. So I'm getting up 7 days a week and I'm making sure I drop something now.
How many, you know, because there might be some people that's in the chat that's listening that may want to get on social media, may want to do this, you know, for a living. I had a mentor by the name of Roberto Blake. He's a slim, he's a brother, slim brother with glasses, look like a nerd. But Roberto Blake, I paid him like, you're gonna think this crazy, but I paid him like about $300 for like an hour and a half of his time, right? Mm-hmm. And you know, that's what he, you know, but this what he does for a living. So he did an audit on my channel, and he was like, man, you know, he said, look, YouTube is about the thumbnail and the title, right?
That's first.
Said, that's first, right? But once you build a following and stuff like that, then you ain't got to really lean on that so much. Yeah. He said, but at the same time, you got to have good content. You got to have good content because you can have the best thumbnails in the world, the best titles in the world, but if your ass can't deliver on the content, the people ain't gonna fuck with you. You know, simple as that. So the reason why I watch you, because you deliver on the content every time. You and others. I watch Tariq Nasheed, Jason Black, Professor Black Truth. I watch doggone. I know a lot of people don't like Charleston White. I look at him as well.
Yeah.
You know, he get out of pocket, but I watch him. I watch. You know, I used to watch Vlad. I really don't watch Vlad. I don't watch Vlad no more. Yeah. I just watch when there be certain guests on. Like I like when he had Mac 10 on the show, and he was asking Mac 10 detective questions.
Yeah.
And Mac 10 didn't answer no questions. Bro, go back and look at that interview. Mac 10, he, you know, Vlad say, he said, yeah, Mac, you know, the situation about you and Cube, you know, I heard that y'all fell out because of this. And, you know, they say that you took his brother-in-law and you beat him up and you did this. Is that true? And then Mac 10 say, who told you that? Where you heard that from? Like, that's how he answered the question. You know, who told you that? Where you heard that from? Well, you know, I heard it from such and such.
Oh, boy from Wu-Tang was on some shit too.
Hold on, who?
Who was that? Fuck, one of them dudes from Wu-Tang.
Was it Ghostface?
Nah, not him. The other one, bro.
Capadonna,
I can't remember, bro.
name. Method Man.
Not Method Man. It was a different dude, man. That nigga was on that. He was on that with Vlad. Like, nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? Type shit. What's it called? Did that shit? Of course, Pee Wee Longway. He the most infamous one. You God.
You God.
Go that Vlad and You God shit is epic, dog. Like that's a bad.
I gotta go check that out. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, You God, and then of course Pee Wee Longway got the infamous one. Free Pee Wee Longway. I most definitely am a big Pee Wee Longway fan. Who else? Even old boy Booby Black, Kevin Gates. One of Kevin Gates OGs and brothers.
Yeah.
That nigga there is fucking hilarious. I fuck with Booby Black like I just following him and shit, but he went on Vlad and did the same type of shit. That nigga crazy as fuck, dog. So You God was crazy as hell. But I'll just say this, bro. Everything that dog told you is 1,000% fact, and you got to get in the field, man. With this game, bro, you got to get in that field. You got to get in that mud pit, and you can't be afraid to start from zero. You got to say, hey, bro, they going to talk about me. I'm going to look lame. They might say I'm a joke. They might say that shit ain't going to work. You got to take all that, and you got to be able to know it's going to get greater later. No matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to be a podcaster, YouTuber, streamer, on Instagram, whether you're trying to be a barber, whether you're trying to be a beautician, nail tech, you're trying to start your own clothing line, you're trying to start your own food truck, you have to have the same mindset in all of these lanes. And that mindset is to never quit. Take the bad right now. Be the joke right now. Be the laughing stock right now. Let them count you out right now. But if you stay dying for 5 years, just staying in their face with it, they going to say, hey, man, that nigga ain't gave up yet. Man, even if they ain't never rocked with it, they going to say, man, let me check bro out. And then you got to be able to deliver when they do check you out. But you gotta have that love for it though. That's where the love come in at. Because if you love it, you're gonna really try. And a lot of these people that's been grinding, bro, they've been grinding for 5 and 10 and 12, some 15 years to get where they at. But social media gonna paint a picture like it happened overnight. Social media, some of these niggas shit did come rather quickly, but you know, God got a different journey for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody path and journey gonna be different. But a lot of these people y'all seeing that's successful right now, bro, they was grinding 10 years ago. They had them dark nights and lonely days, man. And then people gotta know, most people in America ain't rich. Stop falling for the shit on social media. I don't give a damn how everybody looking like they balling and got it. Everybody ain't rich. Now, you do got some people that got that sack. That's a no doubt about that. But it's a lot of people that's not really rich. I don't know the exact percentages, but I'm pretty sure 90% of Americans are not making individually. 90% of Americans are not making what, $120,000 to $30,000 a year, probably. They not making that. So that's what I'm saying. People presenting you a lifestyle like they making millions. Nah, they just stand out as opposed to what the people who ain't getting that get, which that don't mean you a better person. That don't mean you above nobody or nothing like that. It's just the way that these dynamics break down. So you got to know, to get up there, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to find that way. You have to be dedicated. You have to put your soul on the line, your life on the line. You got to sacrifice time. You got to sacrifice sleep. You got to look at your schedule and say, how much time and what am I willing to give up and sacrifice to make this other thing work? And it can happen if you do it. You got to do your homework too. Try things, trial and error. Go do the research. Go see what's what. Be yourself. Be authentic on this YouTube thing. Come from the heart. Come from the soul. And if you're doing something foul, if you're a bad person, you could be that too. But you know them results going to be different for you in the long run if you're being bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, Ant, man. I really appreciate that. You gave me some words of encouragement right there, because you know the work ethic is there, this and that, the consistency. But now it's like I've been thinking about this for a while. I said, man, it's time for me to branch out. It's time for me to branch out, dog, because you know I'm really like boxing's really confound me in so many different ways, and I'm like I'm a lot more dynamic than just boxing and entertainment. So I'm gonna be doing some other things. But listen, man, I just dropped your link twice.
I appreciate it.
When I come to Houston, you know what I mean? Hold on. Let me ask you this, because this is a joke we got over here, right?
Yeah.
So we know Jay Prince put out years ago that, you know, you come to Houston, you got to check in. So
no, I ain't no goddamn checking in and ain't time. Now, what you gonna say?
So who I got to check in with? When I come to Houston, who I got to check in with?
Man, when you come to H-Town, you ain't got to check in with nobody, dog. You check into your hotel and go to sleep, nigga. We don't do that checking in shit out here, man. Fuck niggas talking about, nigga. I wish I would check in with a nigga in my city, nigga. I'm all over this motherfucker. Like, you feel me? Everywhere, every side of time, man. We pull up wherever and however. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Don't go put yourself in no bullshit, though.
Yeah.
If you look, I tell niggas all the time, Houston is a city that got all that bullshit if you looking for that. Yeah. Like, if you going in there with that crowd, if you coming out here on some street shit, then you might want to go get with some people. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you coming through one of them niggas with all the big time jewels on, then you ain't finna don't be just outside on no dry shit. Cause then the niggas might get up on you. They can spot, oh, this nigga ain't from out here. He looking like he ain't this or that. We'll go for that. But if you just coming out here to have a good time, man, you with your family or whatever, bro, you ain't got to check in with nobody, dog. The earth is our turf, man. Now, I ain't finna pull up in no nigga hood. Even out here, me being from here, I'm not about to pull up to no, because we got 100, and I don't know if people know, Houston is big as fuck. We got hundreds of hoods out here.
Yeah.
We got hundreds of hoods, and then we got sections. You got the areas. You got the areas, and then you got the hoods inside of that area or that demographic or whatever. And you got apartments all over and everything like that. So I'm not going to just pull up to somebody corner store and be out there acting a goddamn fool and flexing and let my nuts hang or nothing like that. But nah, bro, we're a welcoming place. If you ain't affected nobody, you ain't disrespecting nobody, man, you good. You pull up and have you a good time, just like you would at your house, man.
Yeah.
What it is.
It's amazing. I mean, you broke it down in the closing. You broke it down very, very eloquently. And I said that over here as well. I said, listen, man, the check-in shit don't you know, it only applies to people who's out there in the streets who really about that life. If you want to, I say anywhere you go, you better know how to act accordingly. You
Yeah.
listen, you ain't gotta go to Houston to find some shit you looking for. Right there in your city, whether you in Miami, Tampa, where I'm at, I'm in Tampa, whether you in New York, whether you in Dallas, or wherever you at, you better act accordingly wherever you go at. And guess what? And even in your city, you gotta act accordingly. Because it's certain, you might go somewhere where there's a bunch of YNs at. You ain't finna go over there with that rah shit. You get what I'm saying? Because every neighborhood got their own culture. Like I look at it like this here: the state of Texas, state of Florida, wherever you at, they have a culture. But then every city have their own culture. So that's the,
even neighborhoods. Like people don't
yeah.
know in Houston. Houston is so big. We got different accents in different neighborhoods out here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Different neighborhoods got different cultures. Well, like a nigga from here, they sound different the way they talk than a nigga from this neighborhood out here type shit at times. So it be like that, man. But nah, niggas is good, man. You just gotta know, bro. You give respect, you get respect. Yeah. Don't be on nothing stupid and crazy. You'll be all right, man. It ain't nothing like that at all. And I gotta get with Rick Ross again too, man.
You got his number?
Yeah, I think I got it. If you ain't got it, I gotta get with him next time. I don't know if they coming back out here, but I hate that I did an interview with Rick Ross. This is how I met Coach. And he came up to me interviewing Rick Ross, man. We did a crazy interview. I ain't gonna lie, that interview was finna go up too, because I was finna title it, man. I was finna put a good title on it. And it was gonna do what it needed to do for that moment. Because I had already covered that little Rick Ross story with him and his boxer, and it had went up on the channel.
Yeah.
So I was finna have like some feedback on that, and I was gonna title it and make it go up again. But then that was gonna make it to where we had all this other good stuff we talked about in the interview, and the people was gonna see that. And Rick Ross is good on just the conversation in general, man. So salute to Rick Ross. And I hate that microphone, man. I miss so much content. Let me give some people advices, man. Check your mics. And this is basic game, but it's never too much. You can't get reminded enough. Check your mics before you record every time, bro. Because I done lost multiple interviews. I done did this shit 3 years straight at South by Southwest, where I done went there and recorded a gang of good work, but the mic went out. And it's the Rode mics. Rode, get y'all shit together, bro. The ones you attach to the camera, y'all done costed me a lot of great content throughout the years, man.
You talking about the lapel mics?
Yeah, the ones you stick into the camera, on top of the camera.
No. You got to use the lapels.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. See, I like the ones where you just stick on there and shit.
Yeah,
like you plug it into the camera.
And it picks it up.
That little cord be going out on me. I had that Rick Ross on there. I had some vlogs in the city on there. And I had South by Southwest on there with my boy. He had a boxing event up there, my boy Simo. And it was a hell of a time, bro. And I missed all that. I couldn't get none of that on the channel. So check your mics before you record, man. Just a bit of advice as a nigga that done hundreds of interviews. I'm the nigga that come from standing on the corner. I don't know if a lot of people seen that. You might not even see it.
I seen. Yeah. You know,
I used to stand on the corner and do interviews, bro, every single day in my neighborhood, all over the city. Like, pull up on me. I'm interviewing rappers, owners. I got interviews with boxers back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm inside the boxing ring with them doing interviews and all that. So, nah, we'll be back, man. I rock with Coach. Keep going up. I just say this, Coach. Start dropping that other content on your channel. Don't worry about the views or how I look. As long as the content is good, that's all that matters. And then after that, if you want to, if you just really you don't want to have it like that, you can start another channel just doing the other stuff. Since you already know how to work YouTube a little bit, you had to be coming out the mud, but you already got an audience here of people that just rock with you in general. So you can just start covering some of that other stuff. Or if you see like a big incident go down, if you got time, go live on it for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then take that live down and clip it and redrop it as a video.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And do it like that, man. You just got to find them little ways. But I appreciate you having me on, Coach.
All right, man. Big Ant, I appreciate you too, man. And listen, man, y'all please go subscribe. I dropped the link. Here go the link again, man. Subscribe to my main man, Big Ant. You know, man, the Urban Politicians on TV. Y'all check him out, bro. He covered everything. Great content. I watch him every day. And y'all, please, man, we in Houston. When I come back to Houston, I'm gonna definitely hit him up. We're gonna link up again, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Got to. You let me know whenever, man. I'll try to get up on it. But if you in Houston, we're gonna make that happen for sure. Let me know. I need to go check out some more boxing events too out here, man. I got to get back to it. But it's love, man. I appreciate it.
Let's get a round of applause, y'all. Get a round of applause. Yeah, man. Bro, like, hey, that interview been like man, I fuck with Ant, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You know, because he a younger brother. He younger than me, but I fuck with him because of his mindset. I'm gonna drop the phone lines. And the reason why, like he hit the nail right on the head. We were talking about like the old washed up dudes. Over here, I call them old crusty niggas. And old crusty niggas, they ain't got nothing to do with your age. It has to do with your mentality. You have a crusty mentality. The fact that you're older and you have a crusty mentality is pretty much, you know, tells the story. You know, if you crusty mentality, that means you're bitter. You're always complaining. You know, you whining about stuff. You know, you ain't happy with what's going on in your life. And what happens is you're trying to project that onto other people through cameras, microphones, or whatever the case may be. So I call you old crusties, you know, because, you know, it's not necessarily an age thing, but it's a mindset thing. True. It's a mindset thing. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm gonna start covering other content. I'm gonna just drop it on this channel right here. Even though we got other channels, we do have other channels. But you know, again, you know, boxing, I get bored with it. I get bored with it because okay, now Crawford and Canelo fight, that fight gone. Now what? So now Keith Thurman them gonna come up and stuff like that. And then, you know, basically it's like, okay, we got to keep talking about the same shit, you know, same subject matters, different talking points. And over here, I try to make everything a lot more entertaining over here. You know what I mean? Basically over here, you guys get a chance to see my personality because I laugh, I talk a lot of shit. That's always been like that. You know what I mean? You know, we talk a lot of shit, you know, crack jokes, shit like that. I've always been like that since I was a kid. So basically you just seeing me. This is how I'm naturally am. Literally, you get what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, but at the same time, I know I got a platform. I know I have a following, and it's like, you know, I want to be able to like a lot of these young, like these jitterboards. Look, man, jitterboard, man, you know, you ain't got to be doing all that crazy shit. You know, then a lot of these sisters out here or whatever, like, you know, don't get caught up in this social media stuff. And if this is something that you want to do, please understand that it's hard work. Some people came in at the right time and they're doing very well, but you know, you got to be consistent. You got to have, it got to be something about you a motherfucker like. That's one. And then two, if you're doing something every day, you can't help but get better at it. And a lot of people who have come to me in the past, you know, they talk to me about this stuff, but they're not willing to go through the grind. It's like, okay, you know, never judge your success based off of what somebody else is doing. If it's somebody that you like or you know that you perceive as doing well, don't sit back and say, okay, I want to do what they're doing because they're doing well. And then when you see things are not turning out the way you want them to turn out, because you have unrealistic expectations, right? Because when you getting into something, you really don't know how it's supposed to go. And you're looking at this dude, well, shit, he doing well, and how come I ain't done that? Because that shit take time. It take time. There's no shortcuts to this. I think bro, there ain't no shortcuts. I hear people talk to me all the time. I'll be like, yeah, I know, you excited now. But when you're building something, when you're building something, you know, you have to be willing to still do it when you're not excited anymore. Everybody can get started doing something when they're excited. Oh, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, I got a new idea. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You excited, right? The dopamine don't release the chemicals in your brain. The brain don't release the dopamine chemicals in your brain. You don't got excited. But guess what? It's going to come a time when you ain't as excited anymore. And once that excitement die down, guess what? You die down. You get what I'm saying? You die down. Yeah, man. So, you know, it is what it is. Like I tell people all the time, bro, when I started this channel, I didn't know I was still going to be doing this in 2025 right now. I didn't know I was still going to be doing a boxing podcast. This shit was a fluke, literally. Shout out to Tyrese. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. I read that one already. Shout out to Miss Black Panther. Hey, okay. I read hers. Shout out to Deacon Weezo. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said Deacon supports and love these brothers. No Diddy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, we too old to be saying no Diddy, Deacon Weezo. Shout out to Deacon Weezo. Hey. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said, AB need to do a stand-up comedy with me in Charleston. Man, man, I don't even know if AB can stand up on the stage. Shout out to Stacy. Hey, okay. Dropping that. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime.
Phone lines. I'm
Boy.
gonna drop the phone lines in a minute. Drop the phone lines in 1 second. Let me read the super chat. He said conversation always fire. I appreciate that. That's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start interviewing a lot of the brothers who I like. You know, I want to get MREC TV on here. I want to get I would try to get Charleston White on here, but Charleston White charges a fee. You know, so I need to find out how much he charged. But that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start getting other people, other content creators who I like watching from many different backgrounds, you know, to come on this show. Like y'all may see me on here interviewing the lead attorney. Y'all may see me interviewing the lead attorney. You may end up seeing me interviewing AV, you know, not AB, AV, who be on the lead attorney. You may see me interviewing, you know, just anything. I'm not just covering boxing no more. I'm doing boxing. We still gonna keep the boxing program, but a lot of interviews that I do, y'all gonna see me doing other shit. You know, other shit outside of, and you may see me interviewing a wrestler from WWE. You may see me interviewing, you know, because I wanna try to make it more diversified, because the boxing has gotten boring to me. It's gotten stale to me. I'm talking about in America. It's like, man, you know, you get. I'm just saying, for me, it just gotten boring. I'm like, man, I'm a way more diversified than this right here. It's a lot of stuff I can do. And listen, I'm gonna consolidate everything over here, and then I'm gonna chop it up and put it on my different other platforms. But that's what I'm gonna start doing. Shout out to CJ Rich.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a dub. He say, just showing a little love, coach, and Big Ant keep grinding. Yeah, man. Yeah. Big CJ, I appreciate you, brother. Shout out to Tegra.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that half a dub. She said, great interview with Big Ant, coach. Yeah. Me and Big Ant, I met him in Houston. At the Red Owl event.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna get, you know, I'm getting Charleston White or somebody on here. You know what I mean? Charleston White. I don't know how much he charged and shit. I told you a lot of this stuff was about relationships. Carla, hold on. Because Big Ant didn't have to come over here and do this, but he's such a down to earth guy. You know, he's such a down to earth dude. He's like, yo, man, you know, I ain't too big for you. Yo, come on, man. I come on there, coach. You know what I mean? Just send me the link, just like that. And then some of these dudes, you know, because people time is precious, so I do get that. And then some of these dudes, you know, they, some of these dudes they charge, like Charles White. This is how I make his living. So, you know, call him. What's your name? You call it from?
Hey, what it do, coach? It's Freddie, man. East Oakland.
Freddie from Oakland. Talk to me.
Oh, yeah, bud. Man, AB, though, I think, man, we need to pray for AB, for real, man. You know, because he can bounce back, though. You feel me? I'm hoping he bounce back, you know, because he remind me of, what's his name? Johnny Tapia. Remember how Johnny Tapia was a wild boy?
Yeah. And
he passed away? And so I'm just saying, I don't want that to end up happening to AB. You know what I mean? So I just hope he bounce back, though, man. You feel me? And then, you know, as far as the caller Jerry, man, that's Jerry comedy, though.
Yeah, Jerry funny.
Yeah, he's super funny. He make me laugh like that. That dude's so funny. But yeah, though, but but AB though, man, let's just pray for him, man, for real, man. You know, he gotta really like give us life to God. So that's the only thing gonna fix him. You feel me? If he's serious about turning his life around, man, because I don't want to see that at the end of his life. I don't want to happen to him. You know, but then, you know, let's just keep lifting AB up in prayer, man. That's all we could do. I mean, that's all we really could do, though. For him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lift him up in prayer, man.
All right, shout out, listen, man. Shout out to Freddie,
so,
man. I appreciate you, brother. Oaktown, stand up.
Sir.
Yeah, AB, listen, I told y'all I was kind of conflicted with AB. I'm like, man, now I'm glad Big Ant said it, because that part of me was like, no, man, that man got to be held accountable for his actions. You know, he got to be held accountable. You know what I mean? All of that feeling sorry for you. Like, dude, you had it, bro. You had all this money. And I tell y'all, this thing is about relationships. It's certain things that you can get accomplished in life. You don't really need money. If you just got relationships with certain people and you know how to parlay that situation, you know what I mean? Then, you know, you can, you know, it's like a favor for a favor type thing. You know, man, I'm gonna take my time out. to come over and holler at you like Big Ant. I really appreciate Big Ant coming over here. That dude busy. He dropped like 60 videos a month or something like that. He dropping more videos than P. Diddy and Mace. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So, you know, Aquarius Brown, he said, was Ant willing to come down to your weight class? He said, hold on. He said, was Big Ant willing to come down to your weight class?
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Hey, Aquarius Brown say, he said, was Ant willing to come down to your weight class because you wanted to unify the I want to unify. Hey, let's hear it one more time.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
Nigga ain't unified yet. Hey, Carla, hold on. The man been pro since 2008. The man ain't unified yet. Terrence Crawford turned pro in 2008. Demetrius Andrade turned pro 2008. Jamal Charlo turned pro 2008. Out of those three guys, ain't but one of them unified. Crawford unified three divisions. Became a champion in 5 different divisions. 3 divisions, became a champion in 5 different divisions. First ballot Hall of Famer, all of this stuff, right? Then you got another dude, he still holler about he want to unify. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Coach, real talk. Great interview, bro. Great work. I hope the youth was listening. Yesterday, Coach, I'm proud of myself, to be honest with you. I got a chance to tell a Canelo fanboy to, shut the fuck up and be a fan. The guy didn't, he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to hear it, bro. He had all the excuses why his boy lost. And I'm like, bro, man, all I'm hearing is excuses, man. Cut it out. You're too old for this shit. This is a brother in his 50s making excuses for Canelo Alvarez. Like, he knows the guy. But anyways, I checked him. I'm glad I did. I suggest you and everybody in the chat do it. That's the best way to tell a fanboy to fuck off, Coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it, man. Seriously. But anyways, AB, bro, I'm gonna tell you how I feel about him. I feel that he blew it big time.
Yeah.
And no, I don't feel sorry for him. AB made it out of the hood, bro. AB, you made it out of the hood, man. And you didn't see this coming. All these yes men around you, they couldn't tell you that this was, that you were fucking up. You know what I mean? To me, right there, that's not a friend, bro. You know what I mean? So this is what AB should do, in my opinion. Try rehab. Seek God. Go for therapy for your mental health. Get rid of those fake ass friends, man. They're using you, bro. They're using you. You know what I'm saying? They're not real with you. And Coach, to think that this guy was a millionaire not long ago.
Yeah.
He was living la vida loca, and this is where he's at today. It's sad, man. Bro, listen. AB was burning bridges everywhere he went. Shit, he told Jay-Z to suck his dick. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember they told Jay-Z that.
On,
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, who the fuck in the right mind does that, bro? You know what I mean? Because of his actions, nobody wants to fuck with him no more. Bro, I keep hearing his tooth keeps popping out of his mouth. That's broke for an ex-millionaire. But on the real, Coach, listen, I hope he gets the help he needs, but that's a decision for him to make. He's got to want it. I made mine when I was 17, and I live a good life today. I wish the same for AB. Everybody deserves a second chance. And that's my call. Respect from New York.
Salute, fam. Yeah, everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance, but at the same time, at the end of the day, everybody, let me tell you something. See, everybody got their own issues. Everybody in the chat, we got our own problems in life. We got kids, grandkids. Life's going to keep lifing regardless of who, what, when, or where. Life is going to keep lifing. So, at the same time, I told y'all, a nigga's kryptonite is what? Accountability. Niggas hate accountability. That's a nigga's kryptonite. When I say that, I'm not talking about black people. There's a difference between black people and niggas. And every culture has a nigga. The Mexicans got niggas. The Puerto Ricans got niggas. The Dominicans got niggas. Chinese that got niggas. Japanese have niggas. You know, I know I'm saying the word nigga too much, but I'm just trying to get a picture. So I'm just trying to show y'all that, you know, everybody got their own, you know, degenerates in society. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, everybody got their own degenerates. You know, that just, you know, white folks, they got the trailer parks, you know, Billy Bob and Sue Ann, you know, Billy Bob and Sue Ann. You get what I'm saying? You know, West Virginia somewhere. No shade to West Virginia, but you know, or in the Panhandle in North Florida somewhere, or in the Panhandle in Texas, or you know, in the bayous of you know of New Orleans or Louisiana or something like. You get what I'm saying? Every society got their degenerates. The problem is the mainstream media. They want to promote the degenerates. Hold on. They want us to accept the degenerates as the norm. The degenerates are not the norm, fam. They showing that, yeah, man, that's how y'all act. You know, that's how you people act. That ain't how us people act. Like, what society show the worst? What group of people show the worst of their society? And then say that the worst part of their society represents all their people. No, man, you know, Kodak Black don't represent me. Young Thug don't represent me. Suka Honey don't represent black women or whatever. Or Cardi B don't represent what Puerto Ricans or whatever she mixed with. She represent her people who think like her. They want to take that. Yeah, dog. See, that's how all y'all act. You people, what they're saying. See, you people, see, that's the problem. See, y'all don't know how to act. Y'all taking this shit too far, dog. Y'all taking it too far. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired of y'all. Bro, Jerry, I ain't gonna lie. Jerry is the funniest racist I ever heard in my life.
True.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I like my racism open. You know what I mean? I like it. That's how I like it, open. Shout out to Kerry Pete.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that $20 super chat, dropping that dub. He said, Coach, I booked the flight on an AB card when he was at the top of his game, and these people stiffed me on a $500 booking fee, and I still was helping with sending him sparring partners. Stop stepping on people and show respect. Wait. Hold on. What you say, fam? You say his people stiffed you on a $500 booking fee. So you say you booked you booked the fight. My bad. You booked the fight on the AB card, and when he was at the top of his game, and these people stiff you for a $500 booking fee. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, hey, what year that was? Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what up, Coach? It's Coach Eddie from ATL.
Coach Eddie, talk to me, brother.
Hey, brother, good interview today, man. Yeah, I don't want you to pigeonhole yourself, Coach, because you know you gotta let your wings fly, man. I know you good with the,
like a duck.
comedy and with the.
I gotta let my wings fly like a duck.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got a lot to offer, man. You got a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, brother. Let people see the other side of you, man. Because a lot of people think I'm a clown, man. I am a clown. I've been a clown forever. But I'm a union electrician. I do home remodels. I own a boxing gym. You know, I'm a minister. I'm a husband, I'm a father. We so much more than what we, you know, this is just a good place for me to be right here, man. Because I got more jobs than the Jamaican. I'm going to a job right now. I'm finishing somebody's basement. I just got off work. I'm going over here to finish somebody's basement. I do sheetrock, I paint, I do electricity, I do plumbing, I do everything, bro. And I call your show and I act the fool, you know, and try to make the people laugh a little bit, you know what I'm saying, clown around. But I go to the boxing gym, I train kids. Yeah. I'm a mentor. We do all these things. Coach, that's you, Coach. I know you, man. I know you on the personal level. We talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you got a lot to offer, man. So I'm pulling for you 100%, man. And one more thing, Jerry, you're gonna be upset one more time. So when Erickson Lubin beat Virgil Ortiz, I know Virgil Ortiz he can got, but I'm telling you, Lubin gonna beat him. he gonna be 38 high when Lubin beat Virgil.
Hey, you think so? Hold on, Coach Eddie. You don't jinx him. You don't put the jinx on him now. You were supposed to.
No.
You supposed to say you supposed to be going for versatile T. You supposed to be going for OTs now. Hold on, you go.
Nah, we good, man. I'm gonna tell you one thing. Then I'm gonna get off. I know a lot of people want to call. I think that weird, but Crawford did, man.
Yeah.
See, Crawford is what you call he's a hero. Tell you what, we ain't had a hero in a long time in boxing.
No, we got
All
Tank.
these young guys
We got Tank.
Man. Oh man, please tune in to KO Boxing to see the meltdown tonight. Boy, they've been killing KO all day long, man. What they been on this bubble?
Yeah, cause Tank dissed him. Yeah, cause Tank dissed him, right? Tank dissed him
hard.
Yeah.
So I'm showing up tonight just so I can see the meltdown. But not to say how I didn't say this. Ted Crawford done inspired a whole generation of young boxers, man. Yeah. And I think that Louis being the southpaw, he looks up to Crawford. He likes Crawford. Him still being young, I think he's gonna be able to pull from that fight that Canelo did to use some of that stuff in the Virgil fight. Don't be surprised if Errol Spence pull that off, man. You know, I gotta rock with my folks. I'm going with Errol Spence, man. I'm back on the bro man pitch, brother.
And look,
you know what I'm saying?
See, this the problem. See, you black folks is getting out of hand. See, you think because Crawford did what he did to Canelo, now you think that all the brothers can do it. See, no, that's the problem. See, y'all, you colored folks is getting out of hand. So we
getting out of hand.
That's why nigga don't want to see y'all win because y'all don't know how to act. Yo, I ain't gonna like Coach Ed, I ain't gonna lie, man. I got Bertha Ortiz beating the brakes off Anderson Luton, bro. Like this is a cherry pick film. I'm being honest with you, bro.
Nah, man, you gotta stay on code, man. Come on, coach. You gotta get on code.
I listen, man. My listen. I want him to win, but listen. I'm taking Bertha Ortiz. I'm telling you, bro. The man, Anderson Luton ain't got no defense, fam. He's not deep. He's not the most defensively sound fighter in the game, and bro, the way I see this fight going down, I see stoppage, man. I'm just being honest with you, fam. I want to keep hope alive, but I gotta, now again, if he win, I'm gonna be the first one to come on here, man. Coach Eddie, you was right, boy. Well, I ain't see it, bro. I didn't see it. I didn't. I don't see it.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. Hey, that's my call. Well, keep doing the good work, man, and go ahead and spread your wings, brother. You the man, dog, out here, man. You the man in these streets, man.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, we need to set the code aside for just 1 minute. Yeah, I got Errol Spence getting the brakes beat off of him. And I like Errol Spence. I love his coach, Kevin Cunningham. Kevin Cunningham is a beautiful man. I love that brother, man. But, bro, listen, a Golden Boy, hold on. Golden Boy picked Errol Spence for a reason. If you know anything about Golden Boy, everything is shares. All of they fighters fighting pretty much shares, right? Like, this is an easy fight for Virgil Ortiz. Like, literally, this is an easy fight for him. Eric Saluba, he may have his moments. He may land a couple of good punches or whatever. But Virgil Ortiz, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, man, I'm trying to, yeah, bro, he gonna listen, bro. He gonna get stopped, bro. He gonna, listen, it hurt me to say this. It hurt. I want him to win. But, bro, I'm telling you, boy, Virgil Ortiz is, we can't make the brother man pick. Not on this one. He gonna get his ass. Virgil Ortiz gonna be based off that dude. And he gonna, it's gonna be in the stop. I think it's gonna be a stoppage, bro. I honestly believe that. I hope I'm wrong though. Caller, what's your name? You call it from?
Hey, Coach, this is the other Jerry from Tampa.
Jerry from Tampa, talk to me, brother.
Coach, all us Jerrys ain't like that one Jerry. I saw that call the other day.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, I know that.
I mean, I've seen, Crawford, I feel he's always had a lot of, people hating. I'm not sure why, because I've gotten messages from old comments on old videos of Crawford. He's been, from before he was famous, when he was at lightweight, he was tutoring a lot of the youth over there in Omaha. He's a family man.
Yeah.
He's undisputed, 3 weight classes, which no one's done that recently.
Yeah.
I don't know why people hate on him, but, I guess it just comes with the territory. But that's all I got for you, Coach.
Shout out to Jerry. Bro. Yeah, man. Errol Spence gonna get his ass whooped. Hey, now hold on, check this out. I'm listening to a video from Aki TV. I'm gonna do a show on this. Aki TV played an old video of Devin the Dream Haney. Now you guys do know that Devin the Dream Haney will be defending. He ain't got no belt, so he's going to be defending he's seeking to become the 3-division world champion. Devin the Dream Haney is on a historic run right now. He's looking to become a 3-division world champion, and he's fighting a black fighter in his prime. He's fighting a young, strong cock diesel. Cock Diesel, black fighter from the mean streets of Atlanta, Georgia, by the name of Brian Norman Jr. And word on the street is Devin the Dream Haney has a warehouse full of tools that has not been on display as of late. And he is anxious to pull the tools out to show the young whippersnapper and Brian Norman Jr. because he's young and he's inexperienced, and there's levels to this. He hasn't been on this level before. Devin Haney has been on the level, the highest of the high. So in this video, Devin Haney spoke about one day fighting Canelo Alvarez. This was years ago prior to Crawford fighting him. And he was saying he see himself moving up to do that. And Aki TV made a compelling argument for how someone like a Devin the Dream Haney can beat Canelo, because Canelo don't have the footwork that he's displayed against Crawford. He don't have the footwork. And Devin the Dream Haney, by him being a superior boxer, by him having the footwork, aka twinkle toes, and by him having the best jab in the game, and by him, they say he chinny, but he really ain't chinny. So by him taking that championship experience from fighting Lomachenko, fighting Jorge Linares, fighting Jojo Diaz, fighting doggone Jose Ramirez, fighting Gamboa, fighting what the dude name? I said Gamboa, fighting Regis Prograde or Rougarou. But Brian Norman ain't fought nobody on that level, and he hasn't had the training that Devin the Dream Haney has. Devin been trained by Mike McCallum, Joel and Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sr. and Sugar Shane Mosley. That's going to be, that might be too overwhelming for someone like a Brian Norman. So I'm looking forward to promoting that fight as well.
True.
But he went to comparing Devin Haney to Terrence Crawford. He said because Terrence Crawford, what he was able to do to Canelo, I believe that Devin Haney could do the same thing. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute, Aki. Hold on, bro. So I will say this. Now, Jared might have a point. Yeah, see, you black folks getting out of control now. Y'all, one of y'all greats don't be the great Mexican, but now y'all just getting out of hand. Now you thinking all the black fighters can do that. No, all y'all can't do that. So that's what Jared was talking about. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Mitchell from Chicago.
Mitchell from the Chi. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, Coach, I heard what you said earlier. I hear you out when you said, basically, it's televised. They're showing the worst of people. But do you think that it's not force-fed? They're giving the people what they want. Have you ever looked at it that way?
Yeah, I mean, they are definitely giving the people what they want. The people, the people who are attracted to that, they want the filth. But the thing is you can't, I think the way the media put it out there, they make it seem like it's a representation of all of us as a whole. They don't differentiate, the two. Like, I get what you're saying. Yeah, this is what the people want, but it's a certain class of people that want that. But that's not a representation of all of us. Like, okay, but I'll give you a perfect example. You got a criminal element with the Jewish community. They're not showing that criminal element as representing all the Jews. So I do agree with you on that, but in one breath, but in the other breath, you don't show me Kodak Black, or show me Sukahani, or show me Glorilla, or show me doggone Sexy Red and say that's a representation of black men and women. No, that don't represent us. So that's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, 100%, and I agree with you also. And by you bringing up the Jewish community, I totally agree with that. I think the only difference is, like with our community, we laugh through a lot, whether it's funny or it's pain, we take on to it and we just, run with it. But I think with other communities like Jewish, like for instance, you remember when the Kyrie Irving thing happened. If it's something that makes them look bad as a whole, they shut it down. They don't want no existence of it. Yeah, like we'll take on, like we still arguing about snitching. And you know, that's what we argue. That's type of stuff we arguing about nowadays. That's the type of conversation we still having.
How about
you know what I'm saying?
How about just not commit no crime so you got to worry about snitching? How about that? Why we gotta? You know?
You're right. You're right. And even like look at boxing. You know, people can say what they want about Terrence Crawford. Is he married? No, but marriage doesn't define the man. You look at him every time you see him. It's family. He talks about his upbringing, his mother.
Man,
you know. It's certain things.
Man,
so people like you got it, my bad.
No. Let me explain this about Terrence Crawford and his mother, right? Because I hear people talking about, man, his mama abused him and this and that. She didn't abuse him. So what people fail to realize is this. Go back to the interview when I interviewed Crawford. I asked him that situation, asked him a question about his mother, and I explained to him my interpretation of the type of man that he is. And why he is so successful, why he have such resolve in his mind. And he answered it on the interview. I say, listen, man, a lot of people looking at your mama, she did this and she did that. You know, she was paying kids in the neighborhood to beat you and to whoop you because Bud was bullying people in the neighborhood. And I tell people, I say, look, had his mother not been as tough on him as she was, he wouldn't be the man that he is today. So you see, you can't overlook that. You may not have agreed with her methods, her methodology, but you know, his father wasn't there. His father was in the Navy. And so she did the best she could under the circumstances. It wasn't like she was, you know, abusing them and you know, like I came up would have been abuse. You know what I mean? Because I got whooped at stitching cords and switches and stuff like that coming out the tub. But he didn't go through none of that. So people like to look at, it's two sides to the coin. If his mother have not made him the way she made him, he wouldn't be the guy. We wouldn't be talking about him right now. And when I asked him in that interview, he told me, he said, listen, he said, there's nobody that has hurt me more than the women that's the closest to me in my life. So when people tell me I ain't fault nobody, this and that, and they try to tell me down in the media, he said, that just fuels me. That just fuels me because I don't been through the worst that I've ever been through, you know, with the women that's close to me in my life. So there's nothing that no one can say. And that's when I realized, I said, this nigga here built different, because Crawford the type of dude, when you tell him what he can't do, and when you tell him you ain't fought nobody, you ain't did A, B, C, and D, that's the worst thing that you can do, because he gonna beat your ass when you say that. When you say that, and so him and his mother have a really, really close relationship. No one never spoke about the other side of the coin. And I get it, because my mother was the same way. She wasn't paying people to beat me up in the neighborhood, but she was, you know, dark-skinned woman, short, you know, she was mean as a rattlesnake. You know, she wasn't the most affectionate woman in the world. My mother was like that. You get what I'm saying? So I really identify with that because, you know, yeah. And then Bud was pretty bad growing up as well. So, you know, it is what it is. But shout out to Mitchell. I'm gonna let you wrap up, brother.
If it's cool, I just want to make this one last point, and I'm glad that you clarified that, Coach. If you all want to see what the last guy that was on here and Coach is talking about everyone is on our perception that looks like us, go to DJ Vlad's channel. Vlad used to do something called Vlad Stocks. If you look at Vlad Stocks, the viewership on that is very low. Like, that's how I learned about the Intelligent Investor from Warren Buffett, those books. Look at those views on that playlist about Vlad Stocks, and then go look at a Boosie interview or like something about some crime or mob family. You all will see exactly what Coach and the last guy talking. But I appreciate you taking my call, Coach, and it was a long call, but thank you. I'm going to tune back in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it was long. That was my fault, Mitchell. Sorry about that, brother. Yeah, I mean, that was my fault because your call was long. I interrupted you. But yeah, but you get what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So that's what it is, fam. Like, you know, had it not been for her, you know, and look, and guess what? It worked out. The man is an 8-figure guy. He's a very ordinary dude. Like, bro, it's crazy, bro. You got to have people who from Omaha tell you about him. Like, they'll see him at the grocery store. They'll see him at Sam's Club or whatever. And he's just a regular, natural guy. Like, he's not flashy. He got more money than a lot of these black fighters that's in America. But you'll never know it. You know, you may see him with some regular, some sweatpants on, some just regular Jordans or some Reeboks, maybe some old Reeboks, and he walk around like he broke. The man walk around like he broke. He's not the fighter that's gonna be in the club singing, dancing, drinking, hanging out with the cool kids. He ain't wearing purses or whatever. Now some people got mad. They said, well, took out a sheik hand. Actually, it was him and Dana White. I saw Dana White holding took out a sheik hand as well. I don't know what that was about. But my point is he's an alpha male. This is the type of dude he is. There's no whole nigga in him at all. I promise you that. When I look at him, when I see him, I was talking to Miss Deborah, and I talked to her a lot. Talked to Miss Deborah a lot. Talked to Bud, and I say, man, you know what? I say he got your eyes, cause when she talk to you, she look at you like she's looking through you. She don't blink. She has a cold stare. Terrence Crawford have that same look. He has a cold stare. When he look at you, he just the nigga don't blink. Carla, hold on. He don't blink, bro. It's like he looking through you. When you're face to face with him, and he gives off an energy, because everybody you're around, you're gonna pick up their energy, and he give off an energy like the motherfucker ain't scared, and he real calm, real cool, strong as an ox, want to smoke. But he walks around like, he don't give off that kind of energy, bro. He just walk around like he don't want to really be bothered. He doesn't like celebrity. He doesn't like the fame. He don't like that shit. He just like, look, man, I just want to show y'all on the best. Y'all whooped his ass. Y'all say I ain't fought nobody. Okay, fine. Add him to the list of nobody. I don't fought 42 nobodies. Everything y'all said that I couldn't do, I did. Everything y'all said I wouldn't do, I did. You know what I mean? Now what you got to say? That's him. That's him. And bro, that just, like from a mentality standpoint, that man, I don't know what to say, bro. It is what it is. Carter, what's your name? You called it from?
From Myrtle Beach.
Demetrius, your phone breaking up, but I got you. From Myrtle Beach.
Yes, sir. I got something to say about Jerry from Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Man, you can suck 1,000 wee-wees and die. I see that's what I think about these closet races. We can't celebrate our heroes and people who do things that they ain't supposed to be doing and do remarkable things. So for you to say, you really want to say niggas, y'all niggas need to sit down and shit that fuck up. That's what you really might think to say. Sorry, close to this.
No, that what he wanted to say.
Jerry from Baltimore, if you listening, you can suck 1,000 wee-wees and die. Thanks for taking my call, Coach. I don't like that.
Salute for him. Yeah, I don't think Jerry from Baltimore. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing about him when he called that sounds like Baltimore. He can't be from Baltimore. You get what I'm saying? Like, he ain't from Baltimore. I don't think he's from Baltimore. Bro, like a white dude from Baltimore? Nah. Yeah, I don't think he from somewhere else. He ain't from Baltimore. Like, the more I think about it, I say, nah, he ain't from no Baltimore. He can't be from Baltimore. I find it very hard pressed to find any white guy that's grew up in Baltimore that talks like him. He don't give off Baltimore. He don't give off Baltimore vibes. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he don't give off Baltimore. He don't give off Baltimore. You feel me? Yeah, I'm like, nah, he ain't from the Baltimore. I had a dude hit me up. He was mad in the chat. Somebody left a comment, man, you always laugh. What the fuck you laughing at that for? That shit was funny. I say, fam, let me explain something to you. Because he got emotional, right? Then I had some people hit me up and say, I handled that call very well. See, let me explain something to y'all, right? There was a time where I was very easily to get triggered by words, right? Back in my day, I was a very emotional guy. I got triggered by words, right? Very easy, right? Now that I'm 51, I don't get as triggered today as I would 20 years ago. 20 years ago, 25 years ago, hell, maybe even 15 years ago, I get triggered easy. And today I don't get triggered that easy. It take a whole lot to trigger me now. Because the type of people that I'm going to tell you who I'm learning this from. I'm learning this from Terrence Crawford.
True.
I swear. listen, honest to God truth, I'm learning it from him. I said, you know what, bro? I just see how you handle shit. Like, he younger than me. So I learned wisdom from the babes. You could be younger than me, and I learned from you. I learned from listening to Big Ant today. I learned from watching Crawford. They younger than me. Crawford, what, boy to be 30, boy to be 38 in Sunday. They younger than me, but I learn from people. I listen. You know, because I can take something from everybody. And I said, you know what? Just all the shit I see you go through, and you just, the shit don't faze you. It's like, okay, yeah, I beat Canelo. I got the belts. I'm finna put this shit up. You know, they gave me a ring. You know, I'm finna put all this shit up. Like, the dude don't even, you know, he gonna go down as one of the greatest fighters in the history of boxing. And he's just a regular average guy. Just a regular average guy. So I said, you know what? And I told him, I say, man, I'm gonna work on trying to become a better person, very like you, because I see how you handle shit. And just by me being around him, when I interviewed him that day, just by me being around him, I said, you know what, man, I'm gonna just, you know, fuck it. Because I know hurt people. And you got a lot of people who hurt and they be mad and shit. Like, you people, y'all taking it too far. Like, he don't want to. So basically what he's saying is, you niggas is getting out of place. Okay, y'all won, let it go. No, we celebrating the rest of the year. We celebrating the entire year. Yeah, boy, beat Canelo on September the 13th. We celebrating October, the rest of September, October, November, December. We gonna celebrate, goddamn it, until we get tired of celebrating. Cause guess what? Guess what? Cause when y'all whoop our ass, y'all damn sure be celebrating. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Corey from Texas.
Corey, talk to me.
Yeah, the word you said it on the show before, is the word accountability is what I think about when it comes to AB. I know everybody wants to pray and kumbaya and all that shit, but it's accountability. And I know somebody made a statement yesterday saying, well, I ain't worried about boxers outside of the ring lifestyle. Okay, well, let's talk about inside the ring and outside the ring. The word accountability applies to AB. Just like when he said, y'all know I beat that boy when he knows goddamn well he didn't beat Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
That's accountability. Looking yourself in the mirror. You know, so that's the thing with him. He got to get serious about accountability. And the mental health shit, I don't want to hear it. If you really got mental health problems, then you should not be able to drive. You shouldn't be able to go do certain things. All that shit y'all trying to use for mental health, then you need to go sit your ass down somewhere and have somebody pamper you like a baby. You were smart enough to get on a flight, pay for a flight, go to Vegas, buy drinks, do all this other stuff. It's accountability.
Yeah.
Anybody want to know accountability and self-discipline? Look at the story of Bernard Hopkins. He lost his first fight.
Yep.
He didn't have all the back end. He took a couple of years off, coach, and then he came back and forth. And then he spent everything around, and then he ended up being the promoter. Self-discipline and damn accountability. And then as far as Big Ant, I like that. I like what he said. And, you know, I know you started that channel about that life or whatever.
Yeah.
You should just follow through because, like you said, we talk about a lot of stuff. You still got to, we talk about a lot of stuff when you do the after show sometimes.
Yeah.
So I agree with Big Ant, and I'm going to say this and get out of here.
Sorry about that.
When Big Ant said, oh, that's all good, coach. When Big Ant said a lot of the entertainment part went away in boxing when Floyd went away, I agree with him saying that for one reason. When Floyd came around, he started the 247 with HBO.
Yep.
Then he started the Showtime All Accesses. And that would generate like 1 million on YouTube, and they would put the first episode on YouTube for free, and you'd have to catch the rest on Showtime. You don't see those All Accesses and 247s and those fight build-ups like they used to do back in the day. So it's a matter of, like you said, entertainment and all that other stuff. But yeah, salute, coach, great show. But it's like accountability, man. Just be accountable.
Yes, sir. Salute, fam. Corey from Texas. Salute, fam. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing with me. I'm like, man, okay. I'm like, cool, man. I mean, I get it. I see what's going on. But as it relates to what were we talking about, Jerry? I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, so no, I'm talking about my attitude. So the brother got mad because he wanted me to snap, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna snap about that. You know what I mean? It ain't, I like for people to reveal who they really are because you can learn a lot just by listening. You get what I'm saying? Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
Yeah, that's right. You can learn a lot by listening. You can also learn a lot about people making empty allegations and reckless assumptions. And that's what you've been doing about me, bruh. And I'm here to call you out on it. That was unfair what you've been doing to me the last few days. Because I said what I said. You asked me a direct question, and I gave you a direct answer. And it was fair, and it was balanced. But yet you are talking about me in a very dangerous and slanderous way. You're making assumptions that just not true, man. Why? Because I said black folk? Because I had the nerve to say black folk? That's why you would do that? Coach Malachi? Come on, bro. You don't do it. You don't never take it up with me. You always wait till I'm off. And then you attack me for, you don't make, last few days it's all been about me. Why?
Jerry, you hurt, Jerry? Was I wrong in my assessment, Jerry?
I'm a little bit hurt. Yeah, I am. You don't say, you don't like me 3-4 times. I ain't never said.
I've told you, Jerry. I've told you on numerous occasions I don't like you, and you don't like me. That's not a secret, Jerry. I mean,
no. You're assuming I don't like you. Why would I participate on coming on your show for the last 3 or 4 years? There's plenty of places to talk boxing. I've always appreciated you. I don't always agree with you. No, I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, bro, you're talking about me in a very inflammatory way. It's not fair, Coach Malachi. It's not fair. You want some honest content? That's what you'll get from me. And we chop it up a little bit back and forth. That should be okay. To me, why would you want everyone to call up and just agree with you? So yeah, I don't mind if you have a little fun. If you were poking a little fun at me on some average shit, I wouldn't say anything. But you're making some heavy allegations, man, calling me a Klansman, and I want to use the N word.
Yeah, I never called you a Klansman, Jerry. I never called you a Klansman. But you said some, Jerry. You said some suspect things on this channel before, and I blocked you before. You got a lot of pocket. You said some suspect stuff about black folks before, and you got blocked, and then I unblocked you, and then you called and you said what you said the other day, and my interpretation of what you said was clear. I felt, based on what you said, I felt that what you wanted to say was you niggas is getting out of hand. You tired of us, black folks. We taking it too far about the Canelo fight and all that stuff there. In my opinion, we have a right, black folks. We have a right, y'all, to celebrate however we want to celebrate. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch the content. As it relates to me, you call over here. I have a lot of people who watch my show who don't like me. You get what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't take it personal, Jerry. I'm not really upset with you. I just look at you as a suspected racist. That's all. And, if you feel that I'm wrong, maybe I am wrong, but I feel like you are a suspected racist. You're a bigot. That's how I feel. I stand on that 10 toes down, and I'm not going to apologize for that. And if you feel that I am wrong and you don't like what I'm saying, you could do one or two ways. Just like you freely came on this show, you can freely not come over here anymore. It's that simple, brother. It's not that hard.
I get it, man. I get it. I'm just saying, man, we live in a world where dangerous and assumptive narratives can be dangerous, man. And you got a bit of a power of a pulpit because it's your show, and I get that. But I'm here to tell you, I'm not racist. I grew up in the hood, man.
What part of Baltimore are you from? Because I don't think you're from Baltimore. What part of Baltimore are you from? Because we need to do some investigation on this.
I'm from Woodlawn.
Woodlawn.
Do you know where that is?
No, I don't.
It's about 5 minutes outside of Park Heights where Tank grew up. Literally, through Gwynn Oak. You go drive through Gwynn Oak, and it's right outside of the city. It's in the county, but it's right outside of the city. But I grew up in a Section 8 complex. Brother, I'm telling you, I'm not racist. You can think that because I might speak out about black folk here and there. Yeah, I might, but it's not from a racist point of view. So I want you to understand that. I love fucking Bud Crawford. I love Bud Crawford more than his fans. His fans been getting on my nerves a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I want to congratulate the guy, man, because he deserves all the credit in the world.
Jerry, this isn't about Bud Crawford. This is about Jerry. This is the second time you said some suspect stuff before. Like, this is not
say black folk. What? Okay.
So I'm just, it is what it is.
Because Okay, brother. Well, listen, it's probably the last time I'm going to call your show. I know you don't care about that because you keep saying you don't like me. I ain't never once said I don't like you. But, okay, I get it. But I don't want to be defamed like that. And I got to be honest with you.
All right, well, salute.
Fair.
All right, salute, Jerry, man. Take care. All this crying and shit. Nigga, motherfucker call a nigga crying. Call him, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, Coach, this is Freddie one more time, man.
Freddie, talk to me.
Look, I just want to say, don't stand on cold with Luba fight Ortiz, because Luba about to get his ass beat. I don't know what Coach A talking about. I mean, did Luba get his ass beat like one of the Peters brothers, Lamar Peters, or Anthony?
What happened?
Did Luba get his ass beat by one of the Peters brothers, like was it Lamont or Anthony?
No, I don't think he got beat. I don't think. No. I think Peterson. Lubin only have a couple of losses. He got his first loss to Jamel Charlo, and he lost to Fandora. I think them only two people he lost to.
Oh, okay, but I don't think he not about to beat Berto though. No. You know what I mean? But then, like, I just want to say, when you talk about how Terrence Crawford walk around broke, he reminded me of Rick Ross, from LA, the dope dealer. You have all that money, you walk around like you don't got no money.
Yeah.
That's how Terrence Crawford is, though. But that's all I want to say, bro. I'll holler at you later, man.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, I mean, see. So, but anyway, back to what I was saying. So the brother sent me. Matter of fact, let me see if I find it. Because the brother sent me a text. Well, he didn't send a text, but he left like a message on the video. He was upset that I was laughing, and I was like, "Fam, look, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, right? Like, I'm at a point in my life to where, it's just some shit I'm just not gonna let consume me. Like whether it's a Jerry or whether it's a whoever, because a lot of these dudes, if they broke and they ain't got nothing and they not benefiting from their position in society, that ain't on me. That really shows more of a reflection of them being unhappy in their lives. You get what I'm saying? And I know Jerry be drinking and shit. He told me he drank. He'd be drinking. He be saying shit, bro. So I'm spot on. I'm spot on in my analysis. But motherfucker want to fuck with me, cool. If you don't want to fuck with me, cool. I mean, we ain't gonna lose no sleep over that shit. I ain't shit. I ain't. All that ball, but coming here, calling here crying and shit. I don't know all that goddamn crying. I said what I said. I stand on that shit. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? It's D-Tap from North Carolina.
D-Tap, talk to me, brother.
Hey, brother. Hey, listen, Coach. I'm just gonna get back to the topic here. I ain't gonna entertain the Jerry mess, but getting back to Adrien Broner, I was always one of the few people that knew that the shit was gonna sink a lot faster than what people thought. Because when he moved up and fought Paulie Malignaggi, won by split decision, I knew then, I said, hey, this shit about to come to it. This shit about to sink. And, of course, everybody's upset, because I'm a black guy. So everybody's upset. I'm like, guys, listen, he's moving on to fight Madonna. I think he fought Madonna right after that, correct?
Who?
You fight Madonna right after he won the title from Paulie Malignaggi?
Talking about AB?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. You might be right. He might have fought Paulie right after that.
He was moving fast.
No, you mean Maidana.
He moved up.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, he moved up, fought Malignaggi to a split decision. I was like, damn, this ain't, you struggling with Malignaggi. You fight Madonna. He's doing all the dancing, carrying on, and doing the rap, flushing the 20s down the toilet out the guys. Too many fighters want to be money made, but they don't want to be Pretty Boy Floyd.
Yeah,
they don't want to go through them hard struggles. Yeah, they don't want to go through them hard struggles that Pretty Boy Floyd went through. They just see money made. Oh, I want to be like money. It's AB. It's Floyd. It's I'm little bro. It's big bro. I'm like, guys, he's moving too fast. And then got the brakes beat off of him. Jaw swelled up. Got a jaw break in his mouth. Walking out embarrassed. And then big bro had to handle it. And then that was pretty much the end of the AB hype. Because you said it before. The man had the world in his hands. He was groomed to be the next Floyd Mayweather. Before Gervonta Davis, all that. He had the world. The world was his oyster, and he blew it. And we supposed to feel sorry for him. I don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he blowed it. So you feel So you feel, look, there's no need to feel sorry for him. He had the opportunity. He blowed it. He got to be held accountable for his actions. It's up to him. He got himself in this situation. It's going to be up to himself to get himself out of that situation. Is that your position on it?
Yep. That's my position. I mean, look at how he was treating Ellaby at that press conference. You got to, you can do it. You got to. And then now look at him. He ain't doing it no more. Because now you need the same niggas you was clowning and buffooning and flim-flamming with. Them the niggas you need now, and ain't nobody got his back. And now we supposed to feel sorry for him. Nope, can't do it, Coach. Sorry, not doing it.
Okay.
That's his own downfall.
Let's shout out.
So I appreciate it, Coach.
Yes, sir. Salute, fam. Shout out D-Tap. Yeah, he talking about this. Hey, listen. He talking about when AB told Leonard Ellaby to shut that soft ass shit up. He talking about this.
Shut that soft ass shit up.
And the best man
Shut
to
that
win.
soft. That's some soft ass shit. Shut that soft ass shit up. All that soft talking. I know you can do it, man. You got to. Man, shut that soft ass shit up.
Yeah, see, I ain't got no anger in my heart. I'm mad or whatever, however anybody feel. I really don't give a damn. I'm not emotionally attached to someone else's emotions. You get what I'm saying? So I think y'all pretty much know that right here. So yeah, I'm gonna call it the way I see it, dog. The way I see it, that's what it is. I'm standing 10 toes down. I ain't apologizing for that shit. 9 times out of 10, I'm writing my analysis, as relate to that, and that's it. We just keep it moving on, man. It ain't, let's give everybody a round of applause. I don't care about that shit. All that crying and shit, nigga. All that goddamn crying. I said what I said, shit. You did?
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you. You know what I mean? He call the show anytime he want to. I ain't mad at you. I still see you the way I see you. That ain't changing nothing. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All 3 of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
All right, Carter, you the last call. Talk to me.
What's up, Coach? It's Mark from Jersey.
Mark from Jersey, talk to me.
Wow, Coach, how you doing, brother? Coach, what happened with your guy right there? What's his name, Jerry?
It ain't nothing. I got a video out. You can listen to the call. You can come to your own conclusion, but yeah, it ain't nothing. Ain't nothing really elaborate.
I mean, to be honest with you, I've been trying to call your show for like 3 days, but your line was hot. You know what I'm saying? It was hot over there, so I couldn't get it. Just because Jerry, he be making some weird, like, petty arguments. Like, he's talking about the fight with Canelo and Crawford. Listen, bro, I could tell you don't like Terence Crawford. Like, it's obvious. You're not gonna sit here and tell me it, and then it sounds so cheap. His argument. He said, like, yeah, the right guy won the fight. He won. He didn't dominate it, but he won. I had it 8-4. Like, what fight you was watching? You had it 8-4. Like, I don't understand. Like, and then he's getting mad at you. You laughing at him. And it's like, what's wrong with this guy? Like, he's always like making these arguments that don't make any sense. Like it sounds like he's reaching for like little things, And I heard him what he said yesterday about black folks. I was like, man, this kid is crazy.
Again, Jerry people have a right to feel the way they want to feel. Even Jerry, whether I agree with it or not, he has a right to express himself and feel the way he feels. Just like everybody else in the chat. If he don't like Crawford, he don't have to like Crawford. I mean, I'm not mad at anybody for not liking Terence Crawford. People like who they like for whatever the reasons they like them for.
You don't like Crawford. You don't like Crawford. Just say you don't like. Say you don't like it. It's cool.
He has a right to feel that way. But on the flip side, there's another side to that. I got a right to feel the way I feel about him. You get what I'm saying? And based on shit that he said in the past, we blocked him for that. But then I unblocked him. We let him slide. We let him break his ass back over here.
Remember.
And then he came back over here again. And I think this what triggered him. So now, it is what it is. And that's just reality of the situation, fam. I mean, you are who you are, man. Just embrace that shit, man. I ain't mad at you, fam. Just embrace that shit. You are who you are. you know, you ain't got to call here. You call me, try to explain your case. I mean, I don't make my mind up already from the first time. So, you know, it is what it is. So, I mean, it is. Just embrace who you are. You know, be proud of it. Stay, you know, wave with your chest. That's all.
Coach, and to be honest with you, you're doing the right thing though. Your attitude is great. Like you said, you know, you can feel however you want to feel, say whatever you want to feel. But if I feel this way about you, don't get upset. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway,
shout out to Martin, Jersey, stand up, Sloop fan.
Coach.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. The shit ain't a big deal to me. Yeah, it ain't a big deal to me. I ain't finna go around starting no revolution. I ain't finna be doing none of that shit. I said what I said. Anyways, man, much love to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know what time it TI is. Let's give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to our sponsor, Keith's Bulldogs. Keith's in the building, man. Keith dropped that $500. He sponsored the show today. Let's see. We got super chatters as well. Shout out to Carrie. Tagada. CJ Rich. Shout out to Stacy. Deacon Weezo. Can't forget about Miss Black Panther. Tyrese in the building. Sean from the Heights. Green Eyes P. Fabian Terry. Falcon 784. And my main man, Mr. Tomato Can. Let's get the cash appers and super chatters a round of applause. Yeah, shit. It's a lot of shit. It's a lot of shit don't trigger me no more that used to trigger me. Like when I first came on YouTube, I used to get triggered. In today's time, I don't get triggered anymore. I really don't get triggered. It take a lot. Because right now, I don't learn a lot. I'm telling you, I don't learn a lot, man, just watching Bud, watching him. And then just there's a pastor that I watch when Bud trained at Colorado Springs. That's a gym he go to, and the gym is owned by Pastor Lee. Pastor Lee out there in Colorado Springs. Very laid back guy. Shit really don't get to him. And it reminds me of a proverb that I read. I got a book over there. It's called the Book of Sufism. And it talks about a lot of like ancient proverbs and stuff from the Hadith, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad and stuff like that. And then there's something that's in my mind that, you know, Prophet Muhammad said in this Hadith, I think at the sayings of the Prophet, one of these, right? It said that he spoke about the strong man and the weak man. And the parable go like this here. He said the strongest man is not the one who have the biggest muscles or the biggest person from a physical standpoint. He said the strongest man is one who can control himself when he's angry.
True.
Or the strongest person. However you want to take that, man or woman or whatever, right? And I thought about that. Because I'm a hot-tempered guy. I'm a hot-tempered guy. I don't chill out a little bit in my advanced age, but I'm a hot-tempered guy. And I realized something. I said, you know what, man? The hardest thing to do is to control yourself when you're angry. Because anger is a very powerful emotion, right? And if you are so easily to be triggered to get angry at things, it'll throw off your frame of thinking. You get what I'm saying? Because you so caught up in the power, you so caught up in the anger and the power of emotion, which is anger, that it's not allowing you to see things clearly. You get what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, you can handle it like this, you can handle it like that. All right, I see where he comes from. I ain't worried about him. Yeah, I see. You get what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like I'm seeing things. I'm learning this. I'm learning this on the job. I'm learning this new now. So it's like, some shit I ain't finna let like fuck with me. Some shit I just ain't finna let fuck with me. You get what I'm saying? So, literally, I can talk to a Klansman right now. He can say whatever for, I can't stand you niggas, this and that. I'm like, yeah, that's how you feel. I said, well, I appreciate your honesty. You know what I mean? Because I feel the exact same way about you. You get what I'm saying? So times 10. However you feel about me, I feel like that about you times 25. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know where I stand. I know where you stand. And, we can keep it cordial like that. As long as you don't cross this line, I ain't going to cross that line. We got a mutual understanding. That's pretty much where I'm at now.
True.
Yeah, as long as you ain't fucking with me, I ain't fucking with you. You get what I'm saying? And that's just pretty much where I'm at. That's pretty much where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? So I don't give a damn. You feel how you want a motherfucker feel. Goddamn it. You ain't stopping nothing over here. Not with Betty Jean, son. You dig?
Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and
St. Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Man, shout out to Dr. Umar, man, the PYTs, the honey dips, the tenderonis, and the snow bunny.
See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet dust of cream. Tuck to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you move, stepping out, grip out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right. This lover's got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out, grip out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow, turn it up. Bring party back the night. See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet dust of cream. My nose, this lover's got it so raw. Make you move, stepping out, grip out of control. Turn it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow, turn it up. Bring party back the night.
Hey, the number one song in the hood, any hood in America. Snow Bunny Love, it just beat out Kodak Black, Travis Scott. Let's see, beat out Kodak Black, Travis Scott, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, and Playboy Cardi. Snow Bunny Love, number one hit in the hood. Shout out to Sean from the Heights. Dropping that quarter of a dub. He said the graveyards and prisons are full of angry people. Yeah. You know what? Facts. Facts. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers doing shit out of anger. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Look at the people who's mad at that rapper from Jacksonville, Julio Fulio. He dissing people who passed away and stuff like that in this city. 2 rappers going at each other, and them people came down. They followed them from Jacksonville, and they came down and they wet them up at the Holiday Inn in North Temple on the north side of town. And now all of them are sitting in jail looking crazy. The girl pregnant finna have a baby. She tried to come up for a bond hearing. They rejected her bond hearing. You know what I mean? And everybody else, they ain't never getting out. It's over with. It's over. Florida don't play. Florida do not play. It's over with for them. We talking about life sentences. But guess what? That one action they did out of anger is cost them the rest of their lives. We talking about they 20, 21, 22 years old. They ain't never getting out no more. That's over with. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, you make a valid point, man. You make a valid point. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Summer in November. Bishop Bullwinkle. High like space. Shout out to Bend Over. The lovely Mika Lovell. IBS in the building. Who else we got in the building, man? Let's see. Who else we got? We got Aquarius Brown. Dog Man. The Boss and Menu podcast. We can't forget about Big Ant, the spokesman, man, Urban Politics TV, man. I really appreciate you, Ant, for taking the time out to come over here. You didn't have to do this, but you did. So I really appreciate that. Y'all remember, man, it's all about building relationships. It's all about building relationships. You can get far in life with relationships. And whatever you're trying to do, you're working on, you got to be realistic. Be realistic with your goals, right? And, if you ask somebody for advice and they are an expert in that field, you see them doing that. Did you see them doing that? What you're asking them advice? Because if you ask them for advice, apparently it's something that they're doing that you like. Take heed to the advice. I say that to people who ask me stuff about this channel. Take heed to the advice, fam. Don't ask me some shit. They be like, I really don't like what I don't really like the answer. I'm gonna try to do it this way. That way ain't gonna work. I'm telling you, you asked me for a reason. That way it's not gonna work. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to throw that out there. It is what it is. Shout out to Schoolo. Shout out to Tegna. The lovely Miss Connie. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Green Eyes P. Daniel Agnew, what's up, fam? Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Clinton. The lovely Miss Connie. Sheila from Houston. Sheila from Cali. Kendall Price in the building. Shout out to Old Kiefer. The lovely Miss Black Panther. Sean from the Heights. Let's see. Black Man Rising. Who else we got in the building, man? Trying to see. Oh, yeah, shout out to Mason, man. Mason from Flint. Shout out to, we got Miss Connie. Shout out to Curtis Robinson. We can't forget about Keys. We got Mason from Flint. We have, shout out to my main man, Southside. Rick Timms. Hey, Rick, you missed it. I had Big Ant on the show. I had your homeboy from Houston. I had Big Ant on the show, man. We're gonna do another show together as well. Yeah, Rick, you missed it. Shout out to Nation Biz. Shout out to Stay Wavy. Boy, hey, Stay Wavy. That's who that is? That's Max B, right? Wavy. Wasn't that Max B that started that Wavy, Stay Wavy TV? I think that was Max B back in the day. Shout out to Max B. Shout out to Damian Bennett. shout out to the one, Mr. Ham. Yeah, man, y'all listen, man. Y'all don't let people listen. Let me tell y'all something. Never let nobody rent space in your head. That's an old saying. An old head told me a long time ago. He said, Jitterbug. I had got so mad at somebody, right? I was mad for like 2-3 days. He said, you know what? He said, Jitterbug, let me tell you something. I said, what's that? He said, man, never let a chump. He said, never let a chump rent space in your head. That's what he told me. He said, right now, you so busy focusing on some shit that happened 3 days ago. You still mad about that. That man renting space in your head. That man done went off and doing some other shit now. You still mad about that. So you got to know how to let that shit go. You get what I'm saying? As long as the motherfucker ain't violating your space or nothing of that sort, they can say what they want to say out of their mouth. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But at the end of the day, don't let nobody rent space in your head, fam. Just, keep it pushing. You got shit you trying to do. Don't worry about it. It is what it is, They get even madder. They get even madder when you laugh, to be honest with you. They get even madder because they looking for a reaction. They're looking for an emotional reaction. And when you don't give them what they're looking for, it makes them even more mad.
True.
It is what it is. Hey, man, shout out to that 90s chick, man. I didn't get a chance to meet this sister, that 90s chick. Boy, listen, I heard she a real one, though. She don't take no shit. So them the kind of people I tend to attract. I attract the people who don't take no shit. They real good people. When you meet them, they got good spirits. Them the kind of people, you know what I mean? Like, we have fun all goddamn day. I ain't gonna lie. Cause if you be around me, your ass gonna be laughing. I can promise you that you gonna be laughing because I'm gonna say some shit now. I'm gonna say some shit, just naturally off the cuff. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. But yeah, you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. We gonna keep it pushing, man. We gonna be successful regardless of what. Don't never let nobody take you off your motherfucking square. Telling you, bro, because these motherfuckers, they miserable, boy. And hurt people. You dig? I'll catch you guys on the next one. My motto, don't beat me there. Peace. Stay on your pivot at all times.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.